It's a little bit experimental because we haven't had time to really throw together a character or talk about it as of yet. Do you want to tell us about your character?
I'm just bringing it up. I basically got a basic idea that like a surfer who got like bitten in the 90s and he's just been like vibing around and drifting. So this is in Chicago, yeah?
Yeah. Not a lot of surfing in Chicago.
Yeah, I was going to say, he just buggers around a lake. I think he was in like Chicago for like a wedding, I guess. I don't know. Or he got booted out of California due to, I don't know, money laundering laws.
Money laundering. There you go, Barry. Yeah. Well, curiously enough, Barry's character Chase he's been talking to me about money laundering. Barry's been doing some research on the subject, trying not to get on any watch lists, which he has successfully avoided, I believe. And maybe that's a good connection for your characters. Maybe he's called you into Chicago because of this very fact.
Maybe that works.
Barry's character Chase was embraced as a vampire in Los Angeles some time ago. So you might not have seen him for a few years. You might have worked together in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
What clan are you planning to be?
I think I'm going. I'll go with like Toreador because I haven't really mucked around with him much. Cool. Yeah.
Not many people play Toreadors. That's awesome. I love it.
Because they're the talky babies. Everyone wants to run up walls and punch ambulances and stuff.
Right.
Drama kids, yeah.
Either that or everyone wants to play Malkavians, and honestly...
I'm insane!
Yeah, Malkavians hard to play and often cliched, so,
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like a rogue, I want to say. Like, it's like easy to play, but it's like... it's like... I don't know what I'm kind of distracted by my own echo because I talk to and also because my own like whatever the fuck.
Close the curtain on my booth.
Oh no, it's all good. What was I saying? Yeah, okay. So maybe what I'm trying to say is, no, rogues are like.
Have you got Discord on that? Of course not. No.
They're like goths. They're like goths or like what I'm trying to say is they're hard to play well because they're kind of annoying. You could be like somebody who's like, oh, hey, I'm a rogue. I'm going to steal everything. Wow, what an interesting character. Right. Cool, steal from your thing. I'm not burnt, but yeah.
That's innovative and clever, and we've never seen that before.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I promise Nigel isn't on drugs right now. He's just like this.
Yeah. I wish I was on drugs.
Don't we all, mate? Don't we all?
I've got edibles if you want.
I am on drugs.
Barry's on.
Hell yeah.
Barry's on legal drugs, though.
I'm on legal drugs.
Yeah. So, all right. So he's a surfer who's been involved with money laundering in Los Angeles. He knows a Malkavian named Chase Hamilton, who was an ex-Vietnam war pilot who did a lot of this kind of stuff in LA, Los Angeles being an anarch-free zone, basically. Not an anarch-free zone, the anarch-free state. And so, yeah, he's given you a call, suggested that you come along, drop into Chicago. He might have some work for you. How does that sound?
Yeah, that works. I want to say that like the money laundering wasn't anything like on my end. I want to say it was like slightly accidental because he was involved in a pyramid scheme to get some more rent money. Because like he was in like Huntington Beach or some other like surf things, and it's gentrified to shit. So he's like, "Oh fuck, we need to get some more money." Hey, wait, have you heard of this Bitcoin shit? Right. And then he got from there.
Are there any other tactics we can take to cancel this echo?
Yeah, I'll close my.
Actually, I can go in the next room. That might be better, actually. Like in the lounge, because we can both hear each other. But yeah.
Yeah, go kick in the lounge, my guy.
Yeah, good. Hang on, I'm just going to turn off the video for a second because it'll be weird.
I didn't think it would echo this much.
I know. Surprising. I do get this though. I've got a game on Sundays, a D&D game. Two of my clients are often sitting in the same room, and they have the same problem. So they have to split into different rooms as well. It's a couple. It's very sad for them.
It is.
Yeah. But I think it's probably good because they're not a couple in the game, in fact.
Oh, they're not being all lovey and fucky in the game, which is ideal.
One of them's a cleric and the other one's a half-elven rogue fighter. That's the Frostmoor Crows.
Oh, I saw the post today about that.
Yeah, Yeah.
That's such a cute art style.
Maria does those. She's not a professional artist or anything. She just does lots of pictures for them. Every session she draws one vision while we're playing. It's quite cool. So yeah. All right. So
Yeah. Good.
the other contact that you will have, Nigel, in Chicago.
Sorry, I'm just trying to bring up this roll 20 link up here.
No worries. You're going to know there's a bruja. Now, I use the terms interchangeably, to be honest with you, and I kind of consider the term bruja is like the newest sort of anarch term, and the elders will call themselves bruja. Of course, it's Spanish for sorcerer.
Right, I see.
You know, I think the fact that different people have different ways is legitimate, and we should just incorporate that. It's my opinion.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, cool. So what else? You've arrived in Chicago. You arrived at the airport under the control of a lady named Tyler. Tyler is a bruja, primogen bruja, or primogen, depending on who you ask and what time of day it is. Now, you should be aware that in Chicago, in fact, Michael, I don't know if I've told you this either, but you're about to know. We have this little thing called Loden's Laws.
Jeez.
Now, have you seen Loden's Laws, Michael?
I have not.
You have not. All right. Well, I'm going to post you an image in about a minute, because it's probably going to take me a minute to snip it.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? I may even have it in a folder. Let's see. My computer, this PC, desktop, RKDM, games. Oh no, Questbook, games.
Hello, come here. The cat's found me.
Hey.
Hell yeah. Hey, Bubba.
She's a good baby.
Yeah, I'm just gonna biff into and got the how do I bring up? I'm not sure how to bring up the character sheet because it's not going through
Okay.
roll 20. Yeah.
Wait a minute. I probably need to make you a character sheet. So first of all, did you go into the Chicago V5 transition link? That because
Yep, I'm there now.
Okay, cool. I'm loading it up now too. To be honest, I was behind. I had the other one, the old campaign, open for some strange reason.
Yeah.
Right, now I'm going to make you a character sheet.
Here she is. Oh yeah.
You are Big Money 911, I'm guessing?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Big Money 911. All right, let's hit it. Save changes. You should now have a character sheet in your journal that is available to you to mess with.
Beauty. I'm just going to bring that up now. Yeah, just whip it up quick. Hello, Bubba.
And in chat is a file called Loden's Laws. Now, I'll just briefly go through those with you guys verbally. Loden's Laws, I have but 5 laws in my city. As long as you obey them strictly, I shall not harm you or allow others to do so. 1. None in my city can leave behind evidence of their feasting. If your slaying shall cause an investigation among the police, or worse, among the press, then I shall track you down and extinguish you. Or if others speak for you, exile you. You must lick all your wounds and dispose of all those that you kill. I hold the 4th tradition in strong regard and do not take such violations of the Masquerade lightly. Curiously enough, if you know your traditions, you'll realize that they got it wrong and it's not the 4th tradition, but that doesn't matter. Number 2, do not harm travelers in the city, for its wealth is based upon its being the center of commerce and travel. You may feed from such, but do not leave any evidence of your feast. You should not test me on this, for these folk are the basis of the wealth of my realm. 3, have nothing to do with any of those among the press. They are to be strictly ignored. They are my domain. Neither should you attempt to create contacts or retainers among the police of the city. They are my domain as well. 4, Keep the sanctity of Elysium, for that is our place of rest and recreation. No act of violence or struggle shall be tolerated. You may attend my court there, as all in my city are free to do, but you must not carry your conflicts into the sanctity of its grounds. No doubt you're familiar with Holy Ground from Highlander, same deal. No fighting in Elysium. Do not fight in the war room.
Sure.
5, do not hold commerce with my enemies or those who seek to usurp my rightful authority. I shall repay treachery with treachery, rebellion with iron might. Let me caution you, I know all that happens within my realm. Do not think that you can keep secrets from me. Heed these words and do not attempt to disobey my laws. I am a fair and even-tempered prince, but I warn you, do not cross me. My temper hath no bounds. So those are Loden's laws.
Okay.
I bring this to your attention largely because I frequently forget to, and then people get themselves in trouble, and I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot to tell you about that. Oh crap.
They're very good laws. Yeah, they're good laws. Almost like they're specifically designed to prevent somebody from, say, being some sort of murder hobo.
Remarkable, isn't it? Some sort of murder hobo. Yeah. Well, I don't even know what that is. But edgelords are just fine.
Oh well,
These
those
are vampires after all.
Okay, so Chase, I'm going to assume that you've contacted this guy. You've sent him a message, said, "Hey, you know, if you need free rent and board and you want to work for someone, maybe you've got the maybe you think he's deeper into this whole money laundering thing than he actually is. Maybe he's given you a sort of a big impression of himself. If that sounds reasonable to you, Nigel."
Yeah. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah. And so you've kind of called him here and say, "Hey, I've got a job for you if you want it." Does that sound reasonable to you, Barry? Okay, you're on mute, by the way, just saying. So at this point then, Barry, your character, Chase, has woken up, and you've received a message to say, and by the way, this is 2022, so we're not in the past now, we're in the future, we're in the present.
We caught up, did we?
We've caught up, and there's a bunch of time which we still have to yet decompress, so we won't worry about it too much.
Okay.
So you've been given a message from Tyler's retainer, the fighter pilot that you've met, ex-fighter pilot, and he's said that your package has arrived.
All right.
You are pretty confident that means your friend.
Yep.
So you may have arranged to go and pick him up from Tyler from the airport, perhaps.
Oh yes, we'll pick him up in a limo just to make him feel special.
Do you want Vincenzi to drive, or you?
Vincenzi, if he doesn't mind.
Oh, of course not. He's your man.
Yep.
All right. So, Nigel, what's your character's name? Do you have a name yet? Is it?
He's Australian, so I suppose I'll go with Bruce. What's a good Australian name? Hanson. Bruce Hanson.
Bruce Hanson, mate. All right. Bruce Hanson. Okay. So Bruce Hanson, you're standing outside the airport now. You've walked out and you're waiting for this lift to turn up that you've been promised. You're pretty confident that somebody's watching you from inside the building, and you basically woke up in a box in a fucking aircraft hangar next to a jet, like a private jet.
Right.
And your friend Chase has paid for this flight. Barry, don't worry about the money. So, because I'm assuming that basically as a surfer, you probably don't have huge wads of cash at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, he gets by like working at like obviously late night diners and all that, just like doing the hobo things, odd jobs there and there, like a late night Uber driver and all that. Right. Even though his license expired ages ago, but I mean, it's the States, so no one really matters. Looks so. Yeah. So
you're a Toreador, so you're gonna have presence, celerity, and allspecs, right?
Yeah, I should do. Yeah, that sounds about right. I mean, especially celerity.
Well,
yeah,
those are your clan disciplines. I'd be curious to see how many dots you have in those disciplines to see how.
I'm actually trying to whip that out. It shows up like my selected character. It comes up with like Kirk Ariador. I don't know. Well, what's up with that?
That's...
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I can't whip up like a new character for that, but yeah, I'll just whip through the character sheet externally. So yeah, I'll just be a second.
All right, no worries. So, Michael.
Yes.
Remind me, you are. Let's change
Still
our
Caleb.
Caleb, right? I'm going to change your name, Barry, to Chase. Michael, you're Caleb, then, are you? Is that with a K
Yes,
or
indeed.
a C?
C.
Caleb.
That's me.
Caleb. Me.
I've still got my character sheet from last time.
Excellent. And did you say your name was Bruce Henson?
Hanson,
Yes.
yeah.
Oh, mate, handsome.
Hanson.
Yeah, it works.
Henson. Okay. Very good. Cool bananas. Now, unfortunately, C5 campaign, I haven't added all my fancy maps to it yet. So let's see if I can drop one in. We're doing all that. So, Michael, where would you like to start your evening tonight?
The green. What is it called? Oh, I think I'll probably start off from the library.
At the library.
The Mercy's Breath Library.
All right. Very good. You should be seeing a map.
I do.
On your screen now. Cool. I'll put it back to the map layer. There we go. I'm hearing a lot of hissing on the sound here.
Hang on, I think I can solve that for you.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that's what it was. It must have been water. Okie dokie.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking?
What are you talking
about? So, in case you didn't know, we don't have a Charlie tonight, Michael.
I was about to ask.
Yeah. No, she's unfortunately couldn't make tonight, and she's very sad.
I know she is. She really looks forward to these.
Yep. What are we gonna do?
This is fine. We have Bruce Handsome.
Bruce Handsome. Okay. Tell me when you're ready to play, Bruce. Otherwise, I'm gonna go with Michael for a minute because I know where Barry is.
Yeah.
You're driving
Vincenzi
to the airport right now on your way to the O'Hare Airport. You're traveling up the 53 freeway presently with Vincenzi. Michael, you wake up at the library. That's where your haven is, right?
Yeah, my haven's like just in the loft of the library.
In the loft of the library. Okay. Well, it's very quiet now. The library's closed. And you rise from your sleep, your dreamless sleep. And do you have any retainers at present, Michael?
No, I don't. Retainers. That's not going to be like. Let me think. What's his name? It's not David Lord Shrek. He's a touchstone.
No.
So I don't think I have any retainers.
Right. So basically, I use the term retainer interchangeably with ghoul.
No, I don't.
Most of the time. But to be fair, it is not actually synonymous. They're technically different words, but usually a retainer is going to be a ghoul under most circumstances, unless you're using it in straight plain old English. Okay, so you wake up in the loft, you rise, you get up. Tell me what you're doing. What are you up to?
I think he's checking his phone to see if Daddy Dooley has like tried to get in touch with him. The millennial thing. That's got to check all that shit first.
Right.
Beyond that, I think once he's done, he's probably going to start making his way to the motorcycle that he bought with Pete, and then head over to the God, what was Absinthe Bar called again?
Green Fairy, was it?
The Green Fairy, yeah.
All right. Okay. Well, when you head over to the Green Fairy, when you get there, it's closed. I'm assuming that you might have a key because you have like a band practice there and what have you.
Yeah.
So you might have a key to the back door, barring Charlie's permission, but whatever.
I mean, she's not here to say no.
She's not here to say no.
And also, like, if she challenges it next week and go, oh, he stole it and got a new key made.
Right, and she'll be like, I'm getting all the keys cut, locks changed.
And that's funny.
Okay, cool. All right, so you head over to the Green Fairy. You go into the back door using your spare key that you had cut, and you slip in.
And then he's gonna help himself to the booze fridge.
All right, so you're helping yourself to the booze fridge. Very good. Okay, your phone rings, Michael.
Hello?
This is Daddy D.
Oh, Daddy, it's been a while.
What up, motherfucker?
Nothing. I'm just at the Green Fairy.
You're at the Green Fairy. That
Yes,
sounds
sir.
about right. So, I got a meeting tonight, and I want you to be there.
Absolutely. Tell me when.
So you're gonna be at the Blue Moon Cafe.
Blue
You're
Moon
gonna meet
Cafe.
a friend of mine named Hank.
Hank. Yes, sir.
Good. Now you want to be there about 11 o'clock. All right.
Yep.
No sooner, no later.
Yes, sir. Anything I should be watching out for?
Not right now. You just keep an eye out for everything.
Alrighty. Are you expecting trouble?
I ain't expecting no particular trouble this night.
All right.
I just
Well, I
want
guess
to
I'll-
introduce you to some friends. Widen your contact network.
Oh, thank you, Daddy. I'll see you soon.
Click. Okay, Barry, you're in the car driving. Broom, broom, broom.
Yep,
So, this is Vincenzi.
I know.
So Chase, this guy we're gonna pick up. What you know? Do you know anything about this guy?
Yeah,
What do you know? Like, who is he?
he's someone I met in Australia when I was on leave.
You never told me you've been to Australia.
I've been to Australia. I've been to a lot of countries.
Nigel just dropped out.
Oh shit.
He'll be back.
He will.
I'm sure.
He probably pushed a button. He's cursing.
Yeah.
Yep, I've been to Australia. Been to a lot of countries.
Okay. Well, that's interesting. I didn't know that. So anyhow,
Yep.
all right. Well, we're gonna be there very shortly. Not much point in turning up yet because we don't have him here.
I want to put them with Jules and see if they can't take care of that money we're making.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because,
Yeah, sure. I mean, I don't care. Whatever. I'm just a driver, man.
are you more than a driver, Vincenzi?
You know, Chase, I really appreciate that. I appreciate that you actually treat me with some dignity and respect. You know, I work for a lot of guys now. I had a lot of bullshit that I had to deal with those guys. You know, and Chase, I gotta say, for Domitor, I mean, that's what they call you, right? You're a pretty slick, pretty swell guy. Thanks.
Thank you. And I shall continue to try to live up to that.
Also, Chase, that's my coffee mug over there in the corner. You know, the in the coffee holder. It's
do
empty
realize
right
that.
now, and if you feel like it, if you're in the mood, you can refill that. I would be happy to drink that if you were to refill it.
Yeah. I'm getting what you're saying. It's coming to me in big loud letters.
Big loud lettuce. Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
And
Good.
he does.
All right. So you refill up. All right, Nigel. Your character is standing outside the airport when this limousine pulls up in front of you, and this fellow gets out. He's sort of looks like he's about in his 50s. He looks fairly fit for a man in his 50s. Do you want to make a perception and investigation check if you can?
Yeah, I'll just bring that up now. So that's perception. My
Perception.
Yep, hang on. I'm just trying to trying another character sheet. I'm not used to it yet.
Hold the line. We don't have perception anymore.
Wait.
It's gone in V5.
Yeah.
So
Awareness.
we're going to use wits,
Yeah,
and,
that should be it.
wits and awareness. Wits and awareness together is the roll. So it's usually
Okay.
2 dice pulls.
Sweet. I'll just cool. I'm just going to bring up Roll20 again. I'll just dive in between apps here.
Yep.
Okay. Just got to get there. So that was 2 D20s, yeah, or D6s, right?
No, they're all D10s. Always D10s. Everything is D10.
I remember.
Every dot
Okay,
on
cool.
your character sheet is D10. You're building a dice pool.
Yep.
Now, what you can do,
Cool.
you can go over to your roles page on your character sheet. There's a tab, and you can create special roles, or you can just use your dice. I really don't care how you do it, honestly.
Yeah, all good. Yeah, I'm just whipping it up here just because it's it's not playing well for some reason. It's I think it's just because it's the mobile version. I don't know if the roll just showed up.
We got a 2 dice, 2 dots. Is that all you got? You don't
From
have
Big Money.
You got no awareness. What do we see?
Oh, right. I've got to add another dice to that. I remember that. So awareness is I've got 0 awareness, so that makes it easy.
0 awareness. Okay, so it is literally just 2 dice, and you rolled a 4 and a 5. Is that right? Yep. Okay. Neither of those is a success. So you're looking for a 6 for a success. The more successes you get, the more successful that you are. Typically, if you get a 10, that's going to be some sort of crit, and if you get a 1, that's often a botch. Okay, I'm not going to get into Hunger Dice too much tonight because, in fact, I'm just going to avoid too much 5th edition tonight. Michael, that's cool with you?
That's cool. The Hunger Dice is confusing and weird.
Yeah, we'll get there, but we're not ready for it yet.
Yeah.
Okay. So you don't particularly notice anything other than that about this guy. And he comes over to you. He goes, "Excuse me. My name's Vincenzi. I'm looking for a guy called Bruce. Bruce somebody. Bruce. He looks at a card. Hanson, something like that. Is that you?"
Yeah, mate, it's me.
Oh, you got quite an accent there. Where are you from?
I think.
He's cut out again.
Oh, motherfucker.
Oh yeah, I'm mostly from. I came from Sydney. Yeah, sorry, it's cutting out like a bunch. Can you hear me now?
Yep. You're good.
I'm sorry.
All good.
Continue.
What? That's all good. Yeah, I was originally from Queensland,
Oh,
and so I came over here for a surf competition in the '90s, and due to circumstances, I've just been stuck here ever since.
Right. Well, welcome to Chicago. Anyhow, I work for a guy named Chase. I think you might know Chase. Is that right?
Yeah. We ran a few things a couple of years ago, but I'm glad I could chase him down.
I see what you did there. Okay. You got any luggage or anything? Are you standing next to a surfboard? Like, are you carrying a surfboard? Like,
he's basically just got nothing. He's just got whatever is in his pockets. Not much. He's got like a little bag of carry-on luggage that has like a snack in it, but that's it.
Okay, I was gonna have a hilarious scene with a surfboard on the roof of the limo, but no, never mind. Okay.
Oh, damn, I'm sorry.
But you can get the
smuggle some
surfboard
weed
still.
back with it.
All good. Okay, so Vincenzi opens the door to the limo. Please, Chase, here's your friend.
Well, I see. You don't look like you progressed, bro. Why is that?
Oh, I don't know. I'm just trying to I keep fit, keeping working. Yeah. Who can tell? Who can say? I've got good genes, I guess.
Okay, bro, get in. It's good to see you.
Oh, yeah, likewise, mate.
Vincenzi starts driving. Where are we going, Chase?
Oh, we'll go to the. We'll go back home.
You don't want to introduce this guy or nothing first?
He can introduce himself.
Okay, sure. He's got 3 days, right? That's how it works, huh? I've been paying attention.
Yeah, that's how it works, all right.
Right. All right. So
you might put in an appointment for me.
you want to get an appointment? All right. That's with the prince, right?
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
So you do that. So he's driving you back to your base, basically, which is on the edge of Chicago, on the border of Chicago and Gary, very close to the border of Illinois and Indiana.
Indiana. Yeah.
South Chicago. And as you're driving, Nigel, you're driving further and further out towards sort of Slumsville, basically. One moment, please. You're going past like old tattered billboards and rundown communities that just sort of drench you in despair and, you know, beyond hope. Some of these communities seem to be, this is part of the Rust Belt, and there's steel mills and factories, pollution, chain link fences, poverty-stricken, deteriorating streets, abandoned houses, dozens of abandoned houses. They're going for like, in fact, you can apparently get a loan to buy a house in Gary for like $1. There's special schemes going. It's so desperate to get people into houses there. At this
Interesting.
point. Yeah. You know, you go past a little community area where there's some pool halls, and you see some they look like biker gangs outside. Lots of people that you assume are Bloods and Crips, who you've probably come across in LA, and their various crews, huh? Graffiti, lots of graffiti, and finally you get to this very secure location behind some factories where the place is basically abandoned for about 3 blocks. There's nobody in sight, and you get out of the cars, you can hear dogs barking in the distance. It's very quiet. The freeway is not too far away from here, and you can hear the traffic noises from the freeway, but there's nobody down here. This complex is surrounded by very secure fences, cameras. You almost think they look like sentry posts. High security, and there's a helicopter on the roof of this warehouse presently. Bunch of cars outside. Barry, you can take over. You can run this.
Yeah, there's a bunch of cars, and there's men all over the place, and dogs, men and dogs, and
Sure.
yeah. We go to what looks like the main entrance, and the thing goes up, and we drive into a big warehouse.
Into the warehouse, okay.
Yeah, we literally drive into the warehouse.
Bring the gates down behind.
Yep.
All right.
And then I get out of the car, get out of the car. Do you get out of the car with me, obviously?
Yep, Vincenzi opens the doors up. Here we are. Okay, welcome to our humble abode. Hope you like it here. So, Chase, you want me to get this guy a room or what?
Yep.
Okay, I'll go set it up. You guys can chat. I'll go set up the room.
All right. You may wonder why I brought you here.
Yeah, little bit.
Remember when we first met and you and I were making a little illegal money?
Yeah, a little. I'd call it just a innovative financial opportunity, but yeah, pretty much.
Okay, and then things got too hot there, and I had to leave.
It is, you got to get out of the market when it gets hot. It's like a bear market or a squid market or whatever they call it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, me and a friend have started a little business where we have taken up chemistry, you might say, and we're distributing it. But the trouble with chemistry is it makes a lot of money. Like it used to in the old days, but nowadays it makes even more.
It's a good problem.
It is. It is a good problem to have. It's with logistics. I could get involved with that.
Yeah, that's what I wanted you to do. I know you did a little bit of work as far as distributing money and making it nice and clean. Can you still do that?
Yeah, certainly.
Well, that's what I want to
Yeah,
pay you.
certainly. I can absolutely help.
And that's what I want to
Sorry,
pay
I think it cut out. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay.
And that's what I want to pay you to do. With my...
Oh, yeah?
I've got a retainer. Her name is Jules. I thought you might like to work with her.
Okay.
In distributing...
I'm always keen to network.
Yes.
So out of game, this is a personal rule. I use this timeout signal. Whenever you say something that's not in character, we go timeout. That way you look like a moron if you start talking metagame. to role play more. My metagame here basically is Michael. Have you got any thoughts about how you'd like to get your character involved in this, or how does anybody have any ideas about how we get these three characters together off the bat?
So is this isn't the place that Daddy Dooley wants me to be, right?
No.
I think I probably drive past, and I see this limo, on my way to the Daddy Dooley's meeting. Maybe.
Very unlikely.
No, okay.
It's the wrong direction, and also extraordinarily coincidental. What if we give you? Why don't we construct a background between your character and Chase?
Okay.
Straight off the bat, we'll just have some sort of relationship there, because you've had time. It's been Chase. It's been 22 years since V2. I feel that's probably the most realistic way to make it work. So what are your skill sets, Michael? What's your character's skill sets, and how would you...
athletics, brawl, larceny, stealth, survival, insight, intimidation, performance, persuasion, streetwise, academics, awareness, and technology, and investigation and finance.
So I mean, outside the rules, like fuck the rules. What are you like as a person? Like what kind of, who is this guy, and how like I mean, Chase Hamilton, ex-pilot, running a illicit drug dealing business and a number of other businesses also behind the scenes, including a special kind of blood bank. You might have heard about that. That might be why you're interested in him.
Yeah, and I'm a fairly experienced thief, so I'm good at running things on the streets.
Right. Okay. Well. Okay. So these are good reasons for you guys to have met. All right. So what if you find that Chase is a really good place to? He's a good fence for you.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good idea.
That makes sense. Okay, so if he's a fence, you've worked for him a few times, and he's probably given you a few tasks up until now to go and collect something or another, this, that, and the other thing. What sort of things would it be, Barry? Oh, you're on mute.
I'm pushing it, but it's not reacting. It might even be to check out things for me, check out people.
Right.
Yeah, reconnaissance is good.
Right.
Get into their houses, find out more about them.
Yep.
Break in if he has to.
Okay, so I'll tell you what, Michael, can you make a wits and investigation check if we still have investigation in V5?
We certainly do. All right, wits and investigation.
What's your character's name, Michael, again?
Caleb Sterling.
I'm just going to change your character name to Caleb Sterling, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, Caleb Sterling.
Okay. That is one success.
One success. Okay. Well, on that note then, Caleb, over time and over these various jobs, you're beginning to realize that a lot of the people that Chase is getting you to watch, spy on, or otherwise are connected to various parts of the medical industry.
Mm-hmm.
A few of them, some of them have been pharmaceuticals, but mostly they're related to hematology. And mostly they've been related to, you found yourself spying on the board of directors for the Illinois Hematology doctors association or some shit like that for a while, and basically collecting information from their house, anything useful that you could blackmail them with. Does that sound about right, Barry?
Yeah, or anything that tells me they're trying to pull something on me, or
Right.
I want to know what I'm working with and what they're like.
Thinking along the lines of, because you've been setting up your own special hospitals, right?
Yeah.
Sort of out of town and some of the ranged areas around Chicago.
Yeah.
You've got, with your one success, Caleb, I think that's just enough for you to realize that Chase is involved in some kind of special
phlebotomy,
a coma ward. He's got a very special coma ward set up, and everybody that you've basically been looking at or watching is somehow involved with getting the permissions and the paperwork pushed through for that to happen. And so you've come to the conclusion basically that all of these people are involved with this coma ward and its logistics.
Cool.
As to why Chase is involved in a coma ward, who knows?
Possibly no.
Who could possibly guess?
Yeah.
Right.
Cool.
Okay, so based on that, you may have been chased. Maybe this is the point at which you've come to report upon some information that you've gathered to Chase.
Yeah.
So you've got a few hours before you're meeting with Daddy Dooley.
Okay, cool. So I'll know where this warehouse is.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I pull up on my bike. It's nothing fancy. It's definitely not Pete's trike.
Right. Okay. Very well. Chase,
what's wrong with cheap trikes, eh?
No, it's definitely not your trike, because like that's really cool. I think my one isn't something fancy. Yeah, Pete may have tried to get him to buy like this fucking chunky, awesome thing, but Caleb's like, no, I'll get this little guy until I get used to something a bit, gruntier. It's almost a scooter.
All right. Almost a scooter. Very well. So yeah, you've pulled up to the warehouse. Chase. I'm going to assume he's got some sort of access code or something, or the guards recognize him.
Oh, there'll be guards at the gate. They'll have to. They probably know him.
All right.
They'll check him, but they know who he is. But they'll do what they should do.
What are these guards like? Are they like uniformed guards? Are they paramilitary? Are they soldiers? Are they
paramilitary? Oh, I like to pick soldiers that have been in my time.
Okay, so older gentlemen.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they've kept up, doing what they do.
You collect your security from like the Veterans Association.
That's right. Yeah.
Right.
Pretty much.
Kick-ass.
Yeah.
You're getting homeless people off the streets by giving
pretty
them
much
jobs.
He's a pillar of the community.
That's right.
I am. I donate to charities.
Right.
And as soon as I can get my money laundered and not keep it in big hunks hidden away, I'll be able to help the community even more.
Right. I love that.
Yeah.
What a big heart he has.
What a big heart.
Oh, I do.
Okay, so Caleb, you go in through the gates. You see Vincenzi. I'm going to say Vincenzi. You've met Vincenzi in another game, haven't you? Actually,
don't think I have.
You haven't met Vincenzi.
No, I don't think I have.
Never mind. All right. Well, in this case, maybe you don't know Vincenzi.
Alrighty.
Maybe get to the gate. Hey.
Good evening. I've got a meeting with Mr. Chase.
Oh, you're here to see Mr. Hamilton.
Yes, sir.
Hamilton, Chase Hamilton.
Yes, Mr. Hamilton.
Well, and you got a name, I suppose, right?
Yes. Tell him that Caleb Sterling is here to see him.
We got a Caleb Sterling here to see you, Chase. Can you copy that?
Yeah, I can copy that.
Okay.
Just send him to the office. I'm there now.
All right, I'll take him through. Okay, Mr. Sterling, you got the all clear from Mr. Hamilton. You're coming through.
Yes, thank you. And what was your name?
Oh, my apologies. My name's Vincenzi.
Put to what's at his hand. Pleasure to meet you.
And you. So, Where are you from, Caleb?
I've been here my whole life. I just work over at the library.
The library. Interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, I lived here my whole life too. Interesting, isn't it? I was in the Chicago PD for a long time. 30 years.
No kidding.
No
How'd you
kidding.
get into this line of work?
Well, a lot of things happened. A lot of things. Hard to explain. Long story. Maybe you should ask Chase. He'll tell you. By the way, we got a guest right now, so things are a little flustered. You'll see people running around doing stuff.
It's okay. I won't be here too long.
Oh, no problem. Well, come on in. I'll take you up to the office. And he does. You walk through the place. Nigel, you see this guy come in. In fact, you're probably still talking to Chase about your various money laundering bizzo right now.
Yeah.
As you come through. And Michael, in fact, why don't we all describe our characters to each other at this point? This is where you've all laid eyes on one another.
Yeah, I'll go first then.
Yeah.
Side shave, hipstery haircut. He wears glasses. What you would assume, where you would see the glint of light with the lenses are empty.
You just
used to wear
David Lynch so far.
Accidental, I promise. He wears the glasses more out of habit than anything else. After the embrace, the eyes corrected. White shirt, open collar, sleeves rolled up to his forearms, and a pinstripe blue waistcoat and black jeans. Wearing Chelsea boots.
Chelsea boots. What are Chelsea boots?
They're like the kind of the slip-on ones, no laces. Usually black. They're often referred to as the Cuban drug dealer shoes.
Right. Okay. Cool. Okay. So Chase, how about you describe yourself?
It's easy. Robert, you're the actor.
Right.
That's what he looks like. He wears suits now a lot of the time because he can afford them now.
Okay.
Casually, you'll see him in a bomber jacket, a pair of jeans. He does that when he's having to do tough stuff.
Right. So what is he wearing right now when these guys come?
He's wearing his casual clothes because he went to get a casual friend, a friend of his. So, he's wearing casual. He's got his bomber jacket on and, he looks tidy though. And a pair of jeans and cowboy boots and,
Wow. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. So as you go in, and we see our new friend,
Bruce.
Bruce, yeah.
What does Bruce look like?
Bruce is like he's a fairly tall guy with like sandy hair that's sort of longish. He's got like a sort of antiquated. He's got like a bit of a faux hawk, I want to say like Eric Bana in the 90s, but I'm not sure. He's got like that sort of retro vibe to him. He's got like he's wearing a sort of a black dress jacket, and underneath he's got like a tie-dye t-shirt, and he's got like this obnoxious like shell necklace around him, and he's wearing pants, and it's quite noticeable. You can sort of almost notice that the pants are a little less black than his shirt.
Right.
Yeah, his clothes look like old, but they're not. They're like a little bit moth-bitten if you could like look into them, but they're not like too shabby. It's like something that was out of an op shop, like one of those like sort of bougie op shops. Like it looks like he's had it for a while, and he just sort of dusted it off just for the special occasion.
Right.
But
any slogans?
But yeah, that's basically him.
Any slogans on his clothing? Or labels?
Oh, good old rip curl on the rip curl on his tie-dye shirt.
Right.
The classic, mate.
All right.
Oh, hey, buddy.
Very good. Okay, I'll leave you guys to it.
Yeah.
Vincenzi is here too, by the way. Incidentally, have you guys seen, what is the name of that show about the FBI agents interviewing all of the serial killers? The Mindhunter TV series.
No, I haven't.
Mindhunter. Really good show. Okay, well, there's an FBI agent in that show that Vincenzi basically, blue suit, short cropped hair, almost the flat top, classic FBI kind of 50s looking style.
I gotcha.
You got me. Yeah. And he's carrying a gun at all times, by the way.
Okay. Good
And a
to
police
know.
badge inside his jacket, but that'll come out later, maybe.
Okay. So Caleb walks on up to them. Mr. Hamilton, I got a gift for you. And reaches down, pulls out a couple of files that he lifted from some medical competitors. Shouldn't it find some interesting things in there? A lot of good blood work going around the city these days.
Same price?
A discount today for a friend.
Oh, cool. I like the sound of that, and you can stop calling Mr. Hamilton for a start. Name's Chase. All right. All right, here we go. Gives you an envelope.
Oh, thank you kindly. Slips it away. And you, sir, Caleb Sterling, and then pulls his hand out at towards Bruce.
This is Bruce, my mate from Australia.
G'day, I'm Bruce Hanson.
Nice to meet
G'day.
you. G'day.
Yeah.
And what's your business? How'd you get to know Mr. Chase?
Well, a couple of years ago, me and Chase were, it has to be, a couple of years now, we're coming along a decade. Me and Mr. Chase here, we were involved in a little, we were involved, it was my first start in cleaning money, as you say, money laundering, as they call it. Yeah, it was quite an interesting scheme that involved a timeshare condo. And a magical thing called, this was pre-cryptocurrency, mind you. It was called Carrot Coin, actually. It was a quite interesting little scheme that we got involved in. We got a bit of scratch from that. But, interesting little industry, I must say.
Now, one of the things, Nigel, that you are aware of about Chase is that at some point in the 90s, he vanished and disappeared, and nobody knew where he went. He and his sire disappeared from LA, and so getting this call from him was kind of a surprise. Just FYI.
Okay, sure.
Please continue.
Yeah, that works. So it's good to hear back from him back a few years. It got a little bit hot, but they were pretty hard to track me down because I was kind of in the country illegally, and they didn't really have a track of me. And some even thought that I drowned in a surfing accident. So that was quite interesting. But but it's good to see an old mate, especially one with a business opportunity. And how about you? How do you know him?
Oh well, Daddy Dooley gets around, and I have a unique set of skills to help Chase here get what information he needs for his various enterprises. Speaking of business, what's this now?
What?
Shuffles by the door.
Sorry, what was that, Russell?
I said Vincenzi shuffles by the door. He moves from one leg to the other, that's all.
Okay. Oh, well, you're, Bruce here mentioned new business, and, you need a bit of help with that.
Come to think of it, I might need some muscle.
Hey, well, also, just for Nigel's sake, Caleb is 5'5", 5'6", and he's quite lean. He's very nerdy looking.
Okay.
Muscle's something I got in spades. I'm sure I can help out with that.
Okay. All right.
So, Chase, incidentally, you remember that area with the two gangs, the rival gangs, that was recently given to you as a domain?
Yep.
That's still a thing that needs to be done. I'm just throwing that out there. Otherwise,
thank you so much.
So just in terms of metagame right now, I'm just trying to think through the various ways I can get you guys engaged quickly, because I don't like to fuck around. Sorry. And I've got a couple of ideas that is I can either give you, Chase, something along the lines of a job that you've been considering for a while. That's something like cleaning up that that particular domain, or taking control of a new hospital is another option. You could go to a club and just go out, have a night out drinking. Or option 4, I'm just gonna fuck with you.
Okay.
I'm leaning towards the hospital. That looks cool. That sounds cool.
Okay. All right.
You got anything else you just want to do? You know, that's all good with me. I'm just, don't want us to slow down. That's all.
All right. You know this area here. And he brings out the map that he's inherited from the prince.
Right.
This has got gangs in it. Do you know the leaders of any of these gangs?
Oh yeah, I run a couple things with them when I was a kid.
Michael, can you make a streetwise? It'll be intelligence and streetwise.
Certainly.
Do we have streetwise?
Yes, we do. That's 1 or 2. We're not fucking with the hunger dice, so that's just 1.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. So, well, then it is 2 successes because technically the hunger dice just replace normal dice anyway, so it would be 2.
Okay.
So yeah, you know who's in control of this. Well, there's a couple of crews. So as I understand it, how this works is you get like the Bloods and the Crips. So like that's the top level gangs, right? They're like the franchises, and then underneath them you get like crews and all the way down to really small little cells that give themselves names and stuff. So they're associated with bigger gangs. So the guys that are in control of this particular area. You know what? I'm going to reuse an NPC from a while ago. This guy's name's SexMoney.
Yeah, nice. Yeah. I know a guy named over here. SexMoney runs this place. Nice fella.
Yeah, he's not a nice fella, but you can say that if you want. You know, none of these guys are nice fellas. But yep,
that's the joke.
That's the joke, exactly. All right.
So do you know if he's a vampire or not?
No, certainly not. And it's been a while since I've seen him, so I mean, shit changes pretty quick in the city. But last I saw him, no. I don't think he's got any redeemable qualities that a kindred would want.
Do you reckon you could arrange a meeting between?
I could certainly try. I don't see the harm in it.
Okay. What about the other gang?
Do I know anybody in the other gang, Russell?
Give me a moment. 1 moment, please.
Yes.
I'm looking in the wrong box. It helps if you can see everything. Oh, here we go. Yeah, there's a guy there named Jazz Racket.
Equally nice gentleman over here named Jazz Racket. I don't know where that. I think they picked these names by opening up a dictionary. To be fair.
Yeah, out of game, I stole these names from actual newspaper articles.
Did you actually?
Yeah.
All right. Can I meet in a certain place with first Mr. SexMoney, you said?
Yeah, SexMoney and Jazz Racket.
And then Mr. Jazz Racket? At some point? At another point?
Russell, are they from opposing gangs or?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, these guys are having a turf war. So basically how you understand it, Barry, is these guys, you think they're humans, you think they're human mortal gangs, parts of the Bloods and the Crips at war in this particular turf, this particular domain. Of course, they don't know that you've been given this domain by the Prince of the Vampires of Chicago because they're mortals and they've got no clue.
Yeah.
So yeah, you've been gifted this land where there's...
Well, it was Prince
going on?
of Gary
Modius
that gave it to me. Yeah,
that's
Modius.
Right. No. That's right, Modius.
All right, I want to meet with the both of them.
Well, I'll go over chat to them, see if I can arrange something. I'll get back to you.
All right.
But they're in a turf war right now, so we're gonna have to be really careful about this.
So another place that you are aware of, Michael, is a place called Cabrini Green, which recently was bulldozed and knocked down because of all the turf wars that were going on there. A huge amount of police shootings, kids being shot, all kinds of shit going on. Anybody that went in there that wasn't supposed to be there could easily get shot, sniped from a high rise. And you can look up Cabrini Green. There are documentaries about it.
Jesus.
It was a shocking time in the 90s. All right.
Okay. Cool. So I guess I'll go and do that then. Mr. Bruce, you wanna I should show you around a bit?
Vincenzi looks over at you, Chase.
Yeah, why not? Why not show him around?
Right.
Oh, yeah, sounds good. Sorry, it just cut out for a bit.
No, you're good. You're good.
Right. Bruce. No offense, bro. I know your style of dress and that. Do you need, how can I put this to you without offending you? Do you need
No, I mean,
money?
it's all good.
Do you need money, mate?
No, mate, I've got enough to get by. I live a very frugal lifestyle, you know. Living in poverty over about last 10 years in the surfy lifestyle. Every time I've got more money, it sort of makes me anxious. So I'm right now. Actually, hang on. It's just out of character. I'm not sure if that's the smart thing to do. Get all that. No, mate, I'm all good. Don't worry about it. He's very polite about it. He's like, no, mate, I'm good as gold.
Good as gold.
Chase, Chase, forgive me, but we send these two guys down to had a game. Did I give this place a name yet? Let's give it a name right now.
Asphodel.
It's Jammerfields.
Jammerfield's funny.
I'm looking at the map of Chicago.
Oh, I apologize. I thought you. I
Making
thought you were
shit up.
thinking of
This is
funny
not
name.
Dungeons and Dragons. Sorry.
Wheaton, for Will Wheaton.
Charlie, what have you done to me?
It's the far off realm of Camden, New Jersey.
Yeah. Ooh. All right. Belmont. No,
Really?
Elmwood Park. Elmwood Park.
Oh.
Here we go. Check out Elmwood Park. All right. So that's the name of the place. Elmwood. You can think of Elm Street, Nightmare on Elm Street. That'll remind you of it. Elmwood Park. Okay. So we send these guys down to Elmwood, looking like a couple of douchebags. Not this guy. He's all right. But the other guy, your Aussie friend, he's he's gonna get himself killed if he walks in there. These gangs, they're not gonna fuck around. They're not gonna let any old white bread walking into these kind of ganglands. What do you expect's gonna happen?
Well, I was waiting for you to come up with an idea.
Well,
Instead of standing at the corner of the door.
Right. Okay. Well, why don't we get you guys, at least this guy, some how about a new suit?
Would you like a new suit?
I mean,
Hey, yeah, sure, you're the boss.
Well, either that.
Why not?
Either that, or we need to get him some jewelry and some bling and a fucking fur coat and a crazy hat and pimp this motherfucker out. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, it sounds good.
Basically,
hell yeah, I'm good at that, as long as it's for fair, mate. I don't want to get blood sprayed at me.
Right. However you go in there, what
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
You're gonna need to fit in. That's basically the
Let's
thing.
take him to the mall. Come on, guys. Let's take a trip to the mall.
So, you wanna go to the plaza to
the
Daily
Daily
Okay.
Plaza. Yeah.
Right.
That's the one.
Do you want to give a call to that guy? What's his name? You know the guy.
Yeah. I'll give him a call.
Edward Neely.
Edward Neely. Yep.
All right. So give Edward a call, do you? Okay.
Yep.
Good evening. This is Edward Neely. How can I help you?
Mr. Neely, it's always a pleasure to hear your voice.
And I'm assuming that is Mr. Chase Hamilton.
That is Mr. Chase Hamilton.
I have not heard you on the phone before, actually. I recall your voice, but we usually meet in person. How can I help you this evening? Is there something you
I have a friend that's just come into town, might need a bit of a do-over.
do-over? Well, you certainly called the right people. Why don't you pop into the plaza, and you can use the special visitors entrance when you come in. You can park underground.
All right.
Take lift 4. You can come straight up to my office on the 5th floor.
That would be a pleasure, sir.
Of course.
And of course, sometime tonight I'm going to book a thing to see you-know-who.
Oh, you would like to see our prince tonight?
Oh, yes.
I do believe that he is holding court tonight at the Chicago Art Institute.
Okay, then we'll pop
You
up
should be
there.
welcome there anytime after 11.
Okay. Thank you very much, but we'll come to you first.
Very well. Oh, and they will be closing court at 3 a.m.
All right. All right.
Very well. I'll see you soon then, I hope.
Okay.
Good night.
Follow me, gentlemen. Vincenti? Oh, you're just there. Okay.
I'm right here. I mean, you don't have to call my name so goddamn loudly. Chase, what are you doing?
Shepard, you know, I rely on you for just about everything.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
You know that.
Yeah.
I'm aware.
Well, we're walking. While we're on our way down, how are things going with the police situation? Good?
The police situation. Out of game, remind me?
Gary, police.
Gary, police. Well, okay, so I made some inroads. I talked to some guys.
Yeah.
And basically, I got an idea of the structure of the force, who's in charge. I got a couple of addresses.
Yep.
Actually, I got myself an invite to a barbecue on Sunday.
Okay.
Top barbecue. I'm going to meet a whole bunch of them.
Okay.
Sunday night, 2 days away. It starts at 5, so it's not exactly going to be friendly for you and your friends. But, you know, if you wanted to turn up, Chase, you could come in a little later and I could introduce you as a friend of mine.
That would be really nice.
Yeah. All right. Well, you know, remember to bring a couple of 6-packs and some steak.
I will.
Well, I'll keep you up with that anyway.
All right.
All right. So you get in Vincenzi's vehicle, I assume, everybody, and
Yes, indeed.
travel through the city.
Sure.
Heading north, you can see the Sears Tower and the Hancock Center in the distance, towering above the city, above the skyline. The little lights flicking on the rooftops through the mist. And you approach this massive plaza, built some time ago, and sort of has a sort of 60s era style to it, but it's huge, and it's on the edge of the river. So there's a couple of river entrances to it. And you go through and you park down underground below the plaza, in a secure zone, and get out of the vehicle. Here we go. There you go, gentlemen. What did the guy say? What was it, level 5, he said?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Vincenzi. So
No
seen not too long.
Oh, fellas, here's my card. Gives you a card, each of you.
Oh, thank you.
In case you ever
Sure.
need, give me a call.
Excuse me.
No problem. You know, I like to fix things from time to time, and you know, that's how I earn my bread.
You're
That's
a useful
right,
man to know.
I don't know about that, but you know, I'll try to be.
He's being modest. He is a useful man to know.
Chase wouldn't keep you on if it was otherwise.
Oh well, you know, Chase. All right,
Well,
Chase.
let's get in there.
Chase, you guys get into the lift, and you start going up in the lift. And Chase, can you make I'm going to make a check for you.
Michael, what's your character's name?
Caleb.
Caleb, that's right. Caleb,
Oops.
you need anything?
Not at this point in time. I just about got everything I need.
Don't be afraid to ask, eh?
Yeah. Yeah, thanks, Chase.
All right.
And I realize at this point that I don't have Chase in this campaign because he's in our V2 campaign. Haha. So that's all right. We kind of remember what he can do, right? And I'll just roll some d10s, physical d10s on your behalf this evening.
I know he can dominate. And
Yeah, he's got some dominate, he's got some obfuscate, he's got
Yeah.
some war specs.
yeah.
And maybe one or two other bits and pieces. I'll grab some d10s out of my little box here. I hope I'm not too loud in your ears right now because I'm right up in my mic.
Do you,
Yep. Speak to me.
oh, I'm thinking, no.
Oh dear, Barry's thinking.
I'm trying.
Ski
Hey,
was
Bruce.
coming.
Bruce. Bruce.
Oh, g'day. Oh, sorry, I forgot my name. Sorry. Yeah, can you hear me? Yeah, g'day. What's up?
Too much time in the sun, huh?
Do you know how to use a gun? I can't remember.
Oh, yeah.
You do?
Yeah, I've used it a couple of times before. You know, I've flashed it a few times, shot it a few more. Yeah, sure, mate.
Just to warn you, things here are not as
I think it's
relaxed.
cut out.
Things
Yeah,
here
it's
are
cutting
not
out.
as relaxed as ours.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, back
Right.
again?
Things here are not as relaxed as Aussie. Okay? The prince you're gonna meet eventually tonight, he's pretty staunch. So, you know, be on your best behaviour.
Sure, mate. Yeah, it's not my
Yeah.
first rodeo. All good.
Yeah. Oh, I know it's not your first rodeo, but I thought I'd warn you. You know.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
As
Yeah.
you're going up the elevator, you're in the lift and it starts to move up. And it's one of those old elevators. It's been repurposed. It used to be one of those elevators where you'd have like a dude sitting inside there, an attendant, and cage doors. But the attendant's no longer there. It's all automated. And as you're going up, Chase, you feel the elevator vibrating violently, and you can hear screeching sounds. Now, the other two, you can't hear these. You don't see or hear or sense any of this. Out of game, this is Chase's Malkavian insanity.
Can you hear that?
Gotcha.
Can you
hear
two
what?
hear that?
Hear what?
It's screeching.
Not really.
No,
Well, it's an old
Shaking?
elevator.
no. The elevator's fine, Chase.
Really?
Yeah. No, nothing's moving. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Is Vincenzi with you, Chase?
Yep.
Okay. Are you okay, Chase?
I don't know. Is the elevator shaking or?
No, Chase. I think it's one of those flashbacks.
Okay.
You all right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Ding! The elevator doors open up, and you come out into the Daily Plaza, up on the administration level. And there's a receptionist sitting behind a big desk, and all this corporate art on the wall that makes you want to puke. And there's a couple of glass boxes down the hallway, basically offices, glass offices with opaque glass, or translucent glass, I should say. And a fellow comes walking over to you. You know this guy is Edward Neely. Everybody can make wits and not alertness, awareness.
What's awareness?
Wits and awareness checks for you, Chase.
Yep.
Chase, you already know this actually, Chase. So it doesn't matter, but you get 3 successes anyway. What did you get?
Wits and
3 successes.
awareness.
Yep. Add your wits and awareness together. That's how many dice you're going to throw, and everything over a 6 is a success.
Where's awareness? Hang on, I'm not. Is it this?
It's top right in skills, underneath academics.
So it will be good for you to remember.
Hang
how
on a second.
dice to throw for
Academics.
this.
Oh, there it is. Sorry, I see it now. Okay, so that was Yep.
How many wits? You got 2 wits and no awareness, if I recall.
Oh, sorry. So I've got one.
You put a dot in there? You should.
I've got one wits and no awareness. So that makes it easier at least.
So 1 dice. All right. No worries.
Okay. So just one. All right. And
All right.
that is a 1. Wow.
One.
This is good. This is going well.
All right. Why are you so distracted? What are you thinking about right now? Bruce, what's on your mind that's taking away your perception, really? You're obviously a bit introverted.
I think he's I think he's what thought about. He's a bit paranoid about the elevator now, and he's like kind of anxious. It's like, what if there is something wrong with the elevator? Like, what if is it really shaking? Are we going down? Or yeah, and he's just distracted from that, I guess.
Okay, fair enough. Meanwhile, Michael, you got 1 success, 2 successes, 3
I got
successes.
3 successes. Sorry.
3 successes. Okay. Well, what you notice is that Mr. Neely, who you've never met before,
Yeah.
but you might have heard of him because you've been around now for a few years, right? In Chicago, you've been a vampire.
I'd say
for
a
how
few
long?
years by now.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Mr. Neely, Edward Neely, he's one of the Prince's Childer. You know this. So he's a Ventru. You also notice, in particular, that right now he's wearing a toupee. And
Okay.
you are able to tell.
Oh,
But he looks he would be a very attractive fellow, either way, but he's clearly wearing, to you at least, he's wearing a toupee. You can see I don't know, do you have any what's the word? Insight?
its toupee's often too thick, and like you can see where the hair goes into the
Right.
cap. It looks like doll's hair.
Right. So that's what you're seeing there. Okay. I knew you were the right person to ask. You'd have an answer. Useful information at last. Okay.
Hooray! The
Hooray.
boldness is useful.
Yeah. So Mr. Neely, he's in an immaculately dressed, immaculate suit, and of course this is his domain that you're in. Good evening, gentlemen, he says, and he takes out some business cards and offers them to each of you. I'm Mr. Neely, Edward Neely.
Good evening.
Mr. Neely?
He takes a casual glance at each of you. So you're here to do some shopping, I assume.
Yes,
I would like to make it my personal mission to make sure that you get the best discounts that money can buy. So what are you looking for?
thank you. Well, my friend Bruce Hanson here just come from Australia.
Good evening, Bruce. I'm Mr. Neely, Edward.
Hello, nice to meet you.
Extends his hand and shakes it.
Yep.
And I thought this was the best place to do business at.
Of course. Well, thank you so much for considering Dali Plaza. We're open to kindred at all times of the night, and you have but to call this number to make an appointment, and I will give you personal assistance with your shopping, if that's helpful to you. Feel free to wander around at your leisure, of course.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, what are you looking for?
Well, it's a whole makeover, isn't it, Bruce?
Nudge.
Oh, sorry, it cut out again. Sorry, could you repeat that?
It's a whole makeover, isn't it, Bruce?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, just zhuzh me up, just get me up to style with, whatever's hip with the kids now. I mean, I think my style is right now, but you get a bit more executive. For the reference, while Bruce is, he's got like the mind of a 40-year-old, but he looks like 19. So yeah, so probably might be best if he dress young, fuckboy it up.
All right. So, okay, so we're looking for kind of casual, corporate, formal wear, traditional wear.
A bit of a hood look, gangs.
Subcultures.
Yeah.
Gangs look, I see. Okay, well, let me see what I can do about that. Actually, at that point, you're thinking about gang culture and what have you. Michael, you can make an intelligence and investigation check.
Intelligence and investigation. There we are.
Just to be difficult.
This. What difficulty is it?
Oh, 6 standard difficulty.
Oh yeah. Sorry, it'll do that automatically.
And yeah, it does that automatically. V5, I think they don't vary the difficulty from anywhere near as much as in V2.
Okay. 1 success.
1 success. Well, look, a few gangsters, the very least of whom is Daddy D. Daddy D. So
Daddy D.
He probably has some hookups with shit like that too. But that's by the by. You're at the Dali Plaza right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're looking for kind of more kind of streetwears, casual streetwear, with a certain amount of perhaps a punk influence there. Um, how can I help you with this? We do have a couple of stores down on level 3 that might have some clothes that might be up your alleyway. And there is, of course, a very nice leatherware store, if you're interested in that. What are you looking for in particular? Out of game, I'm happy to rush through this whole scenario and you get your clothes and what have you, and it costs X amount of money, and I really don't give a fuck. And at the end of the day,
that's the best.
you get a nice discount and you get to dress how you want. What I do need to know is, what are you wearing at the end of this?
I suppose it's like, I want to say that it's more or less like it pretty much so it's like sort of a gang vibe to it. So I'd say like echet it up, probably get like this shirt with like a big like Gore-Tex jacket with like skinny jeans, and maybe even get some Jordans there if we can.
Right.
I don't know if that's like above the budget, but yeah, just montage it up.
Yep, sure. Montage away. All right, cool.
Yeah.
You end up coming out of there a little while later, and you may have one or two more contacts by the end of that. One moment, please.
No worries.
So yeah, you meet one of Edward Neely's retainers. His name is Vito Rocco. Exquisitely dressed.
Okay.
Some, sales assistant, basically personal sales assistant, who also gives you his card, Vito Rocco. All right.
Very nice.
Okay, and you get out of there with Vincenzi. And as you're going down the lift again, Hamilton, Chase, the elevator is doing that thing again. You all right?
Okay.
Jace, are you okay? Hey, Jace.
What?
Snap out of it. You all right?
What? Yeah.
What's going on?
This is the elevator again.
Yeah.
Hey, don't you worry. It's stable as anything. Bedrock even.
Okay.
Close your ears for a minute, Chase. Close your ears. And Vincenzi turns around to you guys, Nigel/Bruce and Michael/Caleb. Vincenzi turns around to you guys and he reaches into his jacket and he goes, "You guys don't talk to nobody about what just happened, all right? You don't talk about Chase and any kind of issues, nothing like that. Nothing happened here, right? We clear?
Everything that happens with me and my clients is between me and my clients.
You fucking understand
Certainly.
that? Good. Because, you know. Okay. Thank you for, I appreciate your openness to the situation.
Hey, can't help it, right?
Professional. And he takes you back to the car. Okay, so where we going now? We're heading to Gary. Is that where we're going? You want to hit the road? You want to hit the place?
Yeah, Elmwood Park.
Elmwood Park. Okay. All right. Elmwood Park. Hey, Chase, before we go, do you want anything in particular with us? Guns.
We'll get some weapons.
Rocket launchers, grenades, smoke grenades, incendiary grenades, anything like that.
We'll keep those available, okay?
Keep them available, okay. Yep. And what about, you don't want any air cover?
I want to go back home, and I want to get into I don't want to blow up a limousine, for instance.
Right. You don't want to take a limousine to a place like that, right? That's going to stand out like dog's balls.
Yep. Let's take one of the normal vehicles, okay?
All right.
And we'll try and negotiate with these guys.
All right. When you get to your abode, your complex, Chase, you see that there is, in fact, another limousine parked out the front.
Oh, shit. Okay. All right. Do I recognize it by any stretch of the imagination?
You recognize it. Well, we're going to make a check.
Okay.
You do recognize it. You believe you recognize it. But I'm not going to take the surprise away for the others. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Let's just say that your character, Rachel, knows exactly who this is.
Okay. All right.
So now you know. If you know what I'm saying. That's
Driving. Okay.
code. All right. So you guys pull up and you get into the driveway, and as you get to the driveway, one of the doors of that second limousine opens, and this dude gets out. A couple of dudes get out. Most of them are wearing black suits, but one of them is wearing a white suit, and he has a hat like a 30s style gangster hat with a white band around it. And he starts walking over towards you guys, towards your vehicle as your gate is opening.
Hey, Chase, were you expecting guests?
Chase, you know who it is.
Not really, but Mr. Capone is more than a guest.
I'm sorry, Mr. Who?
Capone. As in
Yeah,
Al
the
Capone.
Capone.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. That figures. I should really stop being surprised by these things.
Yeah, you'll get used to it.
Comes
All right.
over to your car. He's walking towards your vehicle right now. As the
I get out of the car.
get out of the car.
Yeah.
Well, if it ain't Chase Hamilton, I've been looking for you all goddamn night, and I came here thinking that of all the places in Chicago that you were gonna be, it would be here, but you weren't here. So I've been waiting for you for an hour.
My
I
people
thought I
should
could
have.
call you, but then I got a call to tell me that you were on your way. I don't know where you've been, but it's nice to finally see you.
What do you need, sir?
So I understand you got a new friend in town.
Yep.
Yeah. Is that the guy in the window? He taps the window right next to your head, Nigel. Dunk, dunk, dunk. This
That's
guy?
the guy. That's the
Yeah.
guy in the window.
Why don't we go inside to have a little chat?
All right.
Okay, so you go inside, and Al
Yep.
Capone leaves his vehicle outside with a bunch of mobsters.
Okay.
He brings two of them in with him, two of his closest soldiers, essentially. So, nice place you got here, Chase. I like it. I like it a lot. I like the helicopter. That's a nice touch. Nice touch.
Coming from you, that's a compliment, sir.
I'm gonna ignore whatever you probably meant by that, but okay. So
No, I meant it as a compliment.
well, that's good. So he looks over at you, Nigel, Bruce, and you're dressed up now, right?
Yeah.
So
Yep.
what's your story?
Got the drip.
What's your story?
Well, I was called in from out of town for old mate to help out with a few problems.
Oh, so you came in here to help Chase Hamilton with some problems. Is that right?
Mhm.
That's what I'm hearing. Okay.
Sure.
So
Yeah. It's always good to help an old mate.
Chase, you never told me you had any problems. You could have just asked.
Oh, no, they were problems that I could deal with, but I needed a buddy's help. That kind of problem, not a big thing that you should,
Yeah.
Oh, I get it. You don't want to waste my time.
That's the,
After
you've
all,
got it. Yeah,
time is precious to us now that we're, immortal and everything.
yep. Especially your time, sir.
Well, that's greatly appreciated, Chase. I have to say, I never thought that you're such a thinking guy like that, He turns to you, Michael. Yeah.
Yeah.
You were timing out?
Oh, I was about to insight is like to see if I could determine what their relationship is.
Sure. You can make a perception. What is it? Wits and
Awareness.
Wits and investigation.
Wits and investigation.
Yeah,
Okay,
anyway,
cool.
Yeah.
3 successes.
3 successes. Well, you can see Chase is very differential to this guy.
Yeah.
So that's obvious. Their relationship.
Which like that's why I asked, because it seemed so out of character for someone so in charge.
Like Chase being, you mean?
Yeah. Chase being differential to someone else it felt very out of character from
Right.
what I think Caleb knows of him.
Right. Okay. No, that's probably about as much as you can figure out. I mean, if you
Okay, fair enough.
thoughts about that?
My only thought might be, okay, this guy's either somebody very close to the prince or his sire.
Oh well, okay, Caleb, you would be aware that Capone's sire is the prince.
Okay, shit. Damn.
You're also aware that almost every Ventrue in the entire city is one of the prince's childer. So, like, he's a huge brood of Ventrue, and that's how he controls the city.
I gotcha. Okay, cool. Thank you.
No worries. So this problem that you got, you're in luck, Chase, because I'm here. I came all the way down here from the loop, and you're looking for some kind of help. I'm assuming with something. Now, Chase, first of all, I can't hear you, and second of all, you are making your own insight check with a 10, a 7. Yep, 2 successes. Clearly, to you, Chase, Capone is just being fucking nosy. He wants to know what you're up to. He's looking for an opportunity.
Okay, but surely your problem, whatever you came here for, is more important, sir.
No. Chase, you ain't listening to me. What I'm saying to you is I'm here to help you. I'm here to help you.
I'm just looking at ways to invest my money, and my friend used to be pretty good at it.
Want to invest money? I have there's a lot of schemes that we can set you up with if that's what you're looking at. You just want to make money. Chicago is the city of opportunity for guys like us, right?
Okay. I just didn't want to step on anybody's toes, mother.
Well, so you see, that's the thing. If you ask, you ain't gonna step on nobody's toes. If you don't ask, you can easily step on someone's toes and find yourself. And he reaches into his pocket and pulls out some shears.
I see.
With fewer toes. That's not good.
Yeah, not good.
That shit can take like a week to grow back.
That's right. No, wouldn't like to be spending my week doing that.
No, not good.
Yeah. So I suppose I should send you what was the word?
Is that?
Barry's forgotten the word.
Email?
It's a plan. When you've got a plan.
Proposal?
A proposal. I should send you proposals and see what you think.
Well, I don't know. I mean, word of mouth is the better way, in my opinion. We don't want to put too much on paper.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? So why don't you just, why don't you tell us? Why don't you talk to me? Talk to me, Chase. I want to know what you're up to. Because I see that you got this whole place here. And it's expanding. I can see that it's expanding. And I can see you got a helicopter on the roof. You got all these guys working for you. You're bringing in vampires from out of town. And, clearly you're building something.
Oh, no, I'm not just bringing in vampires from out of town. He's a friend that's a little down on his luck, aren't you, Bruce?
That'd be nice.
Sorry, what was that? It's really cutting out.
He's a friend that's you're a mate that's a little down on your luck, eh, Bruce?
Sorry. Can you repeat that again? It's just got it's coming in clear now.
Chase was saying that you are a little down on your luck, aren't you, Bruce?
Oh yes. I've had better days,
So you're down on your luck.
So I owed him a favor or two, and I can give him some work.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
So you're looking for work? Is that it? You're looking to make a little on the side cash? I got jobs.
Of course.
Yeah.
Get into the real estate business afterwards, but just need a little help getting out from this bear market,
Chase, didn't you used to be part of that whole Chicago Queen Coterie thing all them years ago?
Yep.
Them years ago.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you did a lot of work for the city back then.
Yep, I did.
Yeah, you got special status out of that. Is that right?
I did actually. Yes, sir.
They make you an enforcer.
Yeah.
Does that still stand?
Yeah, they did, and it still does.
Okay. Well, that's good to know. Good to know. I wouldn't want you to getting your wires crossed or nothing like that. I wouldn't want you to think that, as an enforcer, you had like I don't know, special. We don't want to get a conflict of interest. That's what I'm trying to say. Conflict of interest.
Surely that can't happen, because you're my boss, aren't you, sir?
Oh. Oh, no. I ain't your boss. I work strictly for the prince.
Oh, sorry.
Things change over time.
But you're his head enforcer, aren't you?
You might say that.
I'm just the boy that listens to what you tell me.
Chase. He puts his hand on your shoulder. You ain't no kid, Chase. You did great work, great things. I remember those days. You killed those Sabat, you took them out, you and your friends. I don't know what happened to everybody, but yeah, that was some good work back then.
Yeah.
So why don't you tell me what you're up to, Chase?
It's nothing against the prince, I swear to you.
Nothing against the prince. Made
It's
a lot
very,
of trips to Gary, Chase. A lot of trips.
well, I have also noticed that our Sabat problem is leaking from Gary.
Okay.
So I'm keeping an eye on Gary.
An eye on Gary. That's
Yeah.
interesting. I'm also keeping an eye on Gary.
And you would have noticed the same thing, surely, sir.
Yeah, I think that's probably true. Yeah, I think that you're onto something there.
Yeah.
So what do you got? Some kind of theory or something?
Yeah, well, I think there are places in Gary that are wide open for them to get through.
Oh yeah, and you want to propose some kind of stopgap to fix that?
Well, I don't know if I've got a big enough brain to figure all that out.
Okay, okay, Chase. Well, you got any lines of investigation that you've been following?
Oh, I'm keeping an eye on the graveyards in Gary.
The graveyards. You got
Yeah.
an eye on the graveyards. Okay.
And the swamps and the shorelines.
The swamps, the shorelines, the graveyards. Anything else you're thinking about? Maybe some anarch clubs, something like that.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And how are you gonna do that? How do you, Chase? How are you in all these places at the same fucking time?
Well, I can't be in all these places at the same time.
I didn't think so.
But my ghouls can be in certain places.
You got ghouls out there doing this business on your behalf.
And cameras.
And cameras. Oh, I like that. I like that. You got a security room here with feeds and shit.
Yeah. Not good ones, because I'm limited financially, but they feed.
You got a helicopter on the roof, Chase. You can't be that limited financially.
Yeah, but that took me a long time to get, sir.
I see. Well, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna give you a loan for I don't know, $10 million, and that's gonna be enough for you to get your security cameras figured out, and I'm gonna get a tap to that line through to Secure Corp. Right?
Oh, that's gonna make everything so much easier.
Yeah, of course. So 10 million. You know, how long do you think that will take to pay back? Probably what, a year?
Yeah,
With the
about a
helicopter
year.
business is growing as fast as it is, you got all this work going on.
Yeah.
I'm sure you can pay back a 10 mil loan in a year. That's should be all right. Goes without saying, of course, that if you default, then we're gonna have to have a little chat. But no
yes,
problem.
I can imagine what the chat would be.
Right. So my boy here, and he turns around to one of his guys. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Pick an NPC name off my enormous list. This is Vera. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
Vera here is gonna look after the loan business, organize it for you, drop it into an account for you. Probably by the end of the night, we can flip a few switches and make this happen.
All right.
I'm gonna expect a Secure Corp feed from your cameras in the next couple of days. Right?
Okay.
Great.
Okay.
Great. You got any other side hustles you want to talk to me about? I might be able to help you with something else.
If I can think of anything else that I need your advice for, and I do need your advice, I'll ring you, sir.
All right. Well, I'm glad we had this little chat, Hamilton. It's been enlightening for me, and probably for you. I mean, you got something out of it. Look at that.
Yeah, I
That's
did.
great.
I did more than I expected. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, nice to meet you. You two guys.
And you, sir.
I understand that you got a meeting tonight with the prince. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're gonna take these fellas with you.
Oh yes. It's the rules.
The prince is he's kind of curious now. He's heard about all of this hoo-ha going on, and he's just very anxious, I understand, to meet you guys. Of course, he knows you. He points at you, Michael, Caleb. But out of game, have you met the prince?
Yeah, I've been introduced to the prince.
Cool. And we role played that?
No, we didn't.
We didn't. Okay. So you've not actually met the prince, like
I've not actually met the prince. Caleb
in
has.
character.
No, not in character.
Okay, very good. Well, you fellas have a good night, and I will no doubt run into you at some point in the future. And he turns around and walks out with his people.
Wait till the limo pulls away before I turn to Chase. Chase, you didn't tell him about what you're doing tonight in Elmwood.
No.
He seemed pretty curious.
Hang on. Jules, Vincenzi.
Yeah. What? Vincenzi comes
Sleep.
up. Jules comes running down the stairs with her rectangular glasses on and her slick hair and her very corporate suit.
He writes down on a piece of paper.
Pinstripe.
Sweep the place. Capone's been here.
Okay, they nod. And they get to it. Okay, so this team of security people on Chase's team start pulling out metal detectors and electromagnetic interference tools and stuff that you use.
Yeah, spy shit.
Spy shit.
Yeah, as I said, they pull out a big box, first aid like box that says spy shit.
Spy shit, yeah. And you get it from www.spyshit.com.
Spyshit.com, but the com is spelled using the Greek M.
Right. Yes. Very well. It's all in
Russell.
Yes, sir.
He gets his spy shit from a mate of his overseas.
Fair enough.
I thought it was going to go somewhere. I'm waiting for the Barry punchline to come.
For the punchline. The punchline will come in 3 episodes.
It's
It'll knock you flat.
It's I get most of my spy shit from a friend of mine in England who has a security business.
Right. A fellow by the name of Bishop.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good then. All right, so Capone's gone, and they're sweeping the place. Incidentally, you guys are getting hungry. It's been a long time since you've eaten, Nigel, because your character's been on a plane for a while, and so you haven't fed for probably at least 24 hours or more. I'm assuming that you haven't burnt any blood at this point. So yeah.
Hey, starting to get a bit hungry. Yeah, how about you, Bruce?
I could eat. Yeah, I could eat a lot actually.
All right.
Well,
Well, there's a place that's owned by one of the brood of the prince called. What's it
Succubus
called?
Club?
Oh,
Succubus Club, the
the
cave,
Succubus Club.
not the Brood Prince. Yeah.
We can go to the Succubus Club and get a meal.
Yeah. Turn up. Yeah, get something to eat and
And
go sort your problems at Elmwood.
Go on our journey.
Yeah.
Whatever's easiest, yeah.
Sorry, what was that, Nigel?
Oh, I in character. Yeah, whatever's easiest. I just noticed. Hang on, I'm just looking up like how long it would take to get from LA to Chicago by plane, just to
Yeah.
I don't know, just to be extra. I don't know to how
hours or something. Would it be 6 hours?
I want to say it's not showing up planes for some reason, but yeah, let's just go like 6 hours. I don't know. I scared my cat away. Oh geez. Yeah, I don't know how many blood points I'd be drained from like the base, but
well, you depending on your generation, have you selected a generation? Is that
well, let's see, your side in the 90. I want to say like the generator said about 12. Is that like out of the range of yours?
No, that's reasonable. It's very, very reasonable.
Okay.
I mean, out of game, because we've been playing second edition where the generations are actually lower.
Okay.
A lot of the characters and player characters and NPCs are lower generation than they would be if we'd started in 5th edition, because 5th edition generally pushes the whole range down, but then they use blood potency to make up for that.
I see.
So yeah, 12th generation is fine. I mean, we're not going to get too hung up on it.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Sounds good.
No worries. So yeah, you would be hungry because every night that you don't feed, you basically spend a blood point. And in 5th edition, I think they just stopped using blood points altogether. Now we're just using hunger checks and rouse checks. But you know, I'm not going to get stuck with this shit. Okay, so you go off to the Succubus Club, which is a big goth club in the middle of the city. It's 3 floors high. It's in an old black building, Gothic style, built a long time ago. It's been repurposed a number of times now and has finally become this club, which it has now been for a better part of 40 years. And you go in and I'll say, Chase, you introduce them to Brennan Thornhill, who is a Ventru childer of the prince, another childer of the prince.
I'll give them the rerun before we get there.
Yep.
Who he is, what he does. And...
All right. So
hey, I'm here, Brennan. He's a good Frenchie.
Yeah, and he's Brazilian. At least he looks Brazilian, and he speaks with a Spanish accent.
I completely misunderstood your accent. I'm sorry, Russell. Hey, he's a good Spaniard.
Right, that's all right. And what else can I tell you? The club itself, 3 floors. There's a VIP lounge on the top floor that's got like bulletproof glass one-way mirror that looks down over the dance floor. In the dance floor is there are cages hanging from the ceiling with dancers in them, and like scaffolding across where people can walk to those places and so on. Staff particularly. And I don't know whether do you tell anybody about the basement, the labyrinth, Chase?
Oh yeah.
Yes, to anyone who just walks in there.
Yes, I do. I tell them what it's for.
So
but I don't.
Are also aware that there is a labyrinth underneath this nightclub that you can rent.
Yeah.
From Brennan Thornhill on an hourly basis, $10,000 an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
And basically, you can do anything you want in there, and it will be cleaned up. People use it for hunting, for games, for whatever. There's no cameras, there's no security, there's absolutely nothing in there except that whatever you do in there, they will clean it up, even if it's disposing of corpses. So yeah, $10,000 an hour. So I don't know if you want to go into the labyrinth this evening. You don't have any elaborate plans, so it might not be worth it to you.
No,
and there's no time. We got shit to do.
Yeah,
right.
We
Up
got
on the
gangs
VIP
to.
floor, you're able to feed quite successfully, and you find yourselves all at full blood.
Okay.
Before you head out again and get back into the vehicle, if you've got anything you want to do between now and then, please,
Well, how do we handle this?
You get back to the
It's-
car. Is this back in the car now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Well, simple enough. I'll direct you to where their chapter is, and then I'll go and introduce myself to the guards. Pretty much the same thing as we do with the princes, really. They remarkably similar. These guys think they're more important than they are. Go in. I'll talk to SexMoney. I'll talk to one of his people, and he's probably doped off his fucking head, and he'll want to talk to you.
So
I'll let him know you've got a lot of money.
fellas, before you go too far with all this, I got a couple of things in the trunk I want to sort out for you. I'm just gonna pull in over here. There's a quiet little spot next to this gas station. Pulls into this little parking lot with the lights buzzing out.
Mhm.
Stay there for a second. He goes around to the trunk of the car, opens it up, and comes back with some shit. Glock.
Thank you.
Holsters for the Glocks. Here's just a couple of spare clips. Hope you know how to use all this shit. What else we got here? I got a couple of
good enough.
shotguns back there. Didn't anyone need a sawn off or something? It looks like your jacket might be long enough for a sawn off, Mr. What's your name? Hanson.
Yeah, sure, mate. I can do a sawn off. Yeah.
All right, take that. Stick that under your
Yeah,
jacket.
I'm used to it. I've used this a few times, so good. Thanks very much.
I'm just imagining this like shaggy looking guy with a fucking sawn off.
Just like jamming it into my puffer jacket, like it's.
Oh
sort of
shit,
like
Scoob!
A couple of shells to go with that.
Yeah.
Now, watch out because look, Chase, every one of these guns has got a mixture of standard ammunition and incendiary rounds. Okay? So every third shot is going to be an incendiary round. Except for the shotgun. Every round is an incendiary round from that weapon. I only gave you incendiary rounds. Okay? Every one of them is going to set fire to something. So be careful.
So
with that.
stay the hell away from it. Gotcha.
Right. But with the other guns, with the Glocks, every third bullet is incendiary. The reason for that is we don't want to melt the barrels of the guns.
Yeah.
Okay, so the tracer rounds, basically, you know what that is. It's basically the same thing. And keep in
Yeah.
mind that people can see where a tracer round comes from. So when you fire it, there's going to be like a pew. They're going to see that shit. Okay?
Yeah.
That might give away your cover if you got something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Vincenzi, did you bring some normal guns as well with normal ammo?
I got you some clips if you want to put standard clips in there, okay?
Yeah.
The incendiary clips have got a red X on them, and the standard clips have got nothing on them at all.
Okay.
Keep that in
Great.
mind.
All right.
So here's 2 clips each, non-incendiary. And
Okay.
another 2 clips with every third bullet is incendiary. Okay, there's
Okay.
a lot of clips. You better keep count of that shit. So what else? Radios. Okay, so you got your phones with you. Everybody's got a cell phone.
Yeah.
Yep.
You got Bluetooth earpieces. How about that?
Yeah.
Connect you all up so you can stay in communications. Is that good?
That's excellent. Thank you, Vincenzi.
All right.
Definitely see you're a man that knows his shit.
30 years as a cop, it goes a long way. So anything else that you're looking for right now? I got a bunch of shit in this trunk, all kinds
I
of
could use a
spice. I got my
bulletproof
spice.
vest.
Rest.
Okay, you want a vest? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll
Vest here,
slip
so-
it on under his
I
duds.
think that one's probably gonna fit you.
Yeah, me
Thank
too.
you.
All right, so you put on a bulletproof vest each.
Yeah.
This
The-
is not
the-
like full-on tactical armor. This is just a bulletproof vest. It's like
Yeah.
I don't expect this to go terribly. They're not entirely unreasonable, especially if we appeal to their greed.
right. You got any cash with you, Chase? You want to take cash?
Yeah. I've got. I keep some in a attaché case in the boot there,
Okay.
in that special place.
Okay, under here. Okay, he opens it
Yeah.
up and takes out the attaché case. There you go. I'm assuming you want it now. Either that, or you can call me in for it later if you want. Oh, lost you.
I'll call you in for it.
Yeah, probably best you keep it off site. Otherwise, they'll just demand it from him then and there.
Right. Chase Vincenzi. Well, sorry, I'm Vincenzi. what's his name? Jimmy. Jimmy called while you were talking to the last guys.
Yeah.
He was asking about whether you would want some kind of air cover or something, like a helicopter in the air. You know, you do have a couple of helicopters now.
Yeah.
You know, we can just put it back in the background, not too close.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be good.
You know, you thinking what I'm thinking?
Yep.
Yeah. You know,
Whip.
Vulcan,
Yeah. Yeah.
50
Exactly.
millimeter,
The usual.
300 rounds a second.
Yeah. 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 Hopefully we won't have to use them.
Okay, so you two know what we're talking about here is basically an attack helicopter is going to be on the fringes, just floating around in case you need that shit.
Okay.
Well, I shouldn't need it, but is this normal, Chase? You deal with this a lot?
Oh, these guys are a gang. They're gonna need to be persuaded.
Look, this is just precautionary, all right? We're
Yeah.
just taking
No, yeah.
precautions, you know, because we've seen
Rather have it and not need it. I gotcha.
Yeah. I'd
exactly.
like to be able to say to them, see that thing over there? Well, you're going to have access to that and just impress them a bit or, you know,
Right.
something like that.
Right, yeah.
All right. All right.
Very good
Oh.
then. So you travel to Gary, and you head to Elmswood.
Yes.
Elmwood, whatever the fuck I call it.
Elmwood Park.
Elmwood Park.
Yeah.
Elmwood Park, indeed.
I quite like this this seedy belly of Chicago, this hive of gnats and beetles. Gary.
Yes. Yes. All
So
right.
meek. Yeah, let's go.
No worries. Okay, so you get over to Elmwood, and you go past like a storage unit place in an elementary school, and a place called Dreyfus's Law Group, and so you hit Centennial Park, and then beyond there is this gated community of high rises. And I say gated community. Normally, you think of a gated community as being kind of gentrified, upmarket.
Yeah.
In this case, it's the exact opposite. These are extremely low cost, extremely cheap government housing, apartment blocks, massive monolithic blocks, 20 floors high.
Mm-hmm.
And there's like 6 of them, all inside this gated area. And it's all very rusty and you know, worn down at this point. And there's not even, for a gated community that has no gates. The gates have been ripped off the front. They're not even, they're just hanging on the front of the bars on the fences as you go in.
What do you think? What do you think whoever took those gates off is doing with them? You know, they're sitting in someone's living room.
Typically, they just ram them off. They just leave them on a side somewhere. They don't want the gates on there. It stops the, you know, trade passage.
Right.
So we gotta be real
waste.
careful around here. This is like Cabrini Green, not unlike it at all. This is like the second worst area in the Chicago fucking area. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I gotcha.
Okay. So where are we going to exactly now? You say you've been here before, right, Michael?
Yeah. I definitely as a kid he'd been in here. Yeah, just pull over to that one in the middle.
Okay.
SexMoney likes to be center of attention.
Out of game. What car are we in?
It is an armored vehicle.
Oh yeah.
Cadillac.
In the sense that it's a car that's been armored.
It's got bulletproof plates, welded
Yeah.
doors.
Yeah.
It's got
Yeah.
bulletproof glass.
Yeah.
But what does it look like?
Ooh,
Is it a ye oldie Cadillac?
Yeah, let's make it a ye oldie Cadillac.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
color is it?
Blue.
Purple. Okay,
Oh.
blue's good.
Blue.
Yeah.
Cornflower blue.
Yeah, cornflower blue.
All right.
Dainty.
Dainty. Oh, I remember another movie. You must have seen Fight Club.
Yeah.
I've seen bits of it. I need to actually watch the whole thing.
You must watch the whole thing. Do you know what the guy who plays the main character's boss looks like in Fight Club?
I don't recall. Let me look it up.
Man.
Yeah. Look at that shit-eating face. Fuck me.
Zach Greenier, I think is his
Yeah. That's a shit-eating grin if I ever saw one. Nice.
Right. Yeah, that's kind of Vincenzi, I think.
Perfect.
Is it? Yeah. Let me get you a good picture of this. Share screen. This guy. This good image of him.
You reckon top left? I'm feeling like top left is most Vincenzi-ish. Yeah.
That one? Yeah.
Yeah, that feels like how I imagine Vincenzi's voice to look like.
Okay. That's how his voice looks like.
Mhm.
Very good. Very good. Yeah, I mean this is younger, this guy, not as old as he is now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is this the same guy from that other show though? Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm getting sidetracked. Sorry, guys. Why am I still sharing? Very good. Here we go. Nigel, how's your character feeling right now?
I mean, he's a little bit anxious with all this talk of helicopters and armored cars. I mean, he's keeping a good composure, but he's still got some reservations about how this is going to go along.
Right. Have you worked out what disciplines you have at this point?
I do actually. I've got since I'm a Sandman feeder, I've got obfuscate and where was that other one? I think it was obfuscate and oh god, there was another one. I think it was to do presence. I was going to say it's to do with presence, and it was presence.
It was
They're
presence.
both level 2.
Okay.
So are we working with the level 5? Version 5 definitions of like the powers?
Yeah.
Okay. Because damn, I saw like presence, and it was like the level 2 ability was, you can put anyone, you can influence anyone that you've kissed, like embraced. And it's like, oh, that kind of sucks for this situation. But yeah, just want to clarify that.
Right.
Also, there's awe and dread. Those are pretty good.
Yeah.
For it's
Those level 1 abilities.
So you bear in mind that you could spend both points to get both level 1 abilities rather than 1 and then level 2. You could.
Yeah, sure. Okay. In that case, I'll just stick with 2 level 1s. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So it's presence and obfuscate. So yeah.
Okay. And that's level 2 obfuscate?
Yep. Both level 2. Yeah.
Okay. So what obfuscate powers are we choosing? If you can.
I want to go with silence of death and maybe a bit of chemistry if I can.
What does that one do?
Chemistry is like brief but vivid single sensory hallucinations.
That's obfuscate?
Hang on, am I looking at obfuscate? Yeah, it is under obfuscate apparently. Unless it's like so we've got an almagram for presence 1. Is that I don't know, that might be linked with something else, like a hybrid power. I'm not sure. Otherwise it's just unseen passage. I might just go with unseen passage for like ease of use.
That might be the way, just for now. Now. Otherwise we're going to be caught up rules lawyering. That could be annoying. I mean, let's be fair, I'm never going to get caught up with rules lawyering. I'll just make a decision and say, fuck it, we're doing this. But, you know. Okay, so you're in the car. You're outside the building. This is it, fellas. The chopper's out at about a 5-mile range, okay? So that's like a 5-minute pull-in. You got that?
Cool. Shouldn't be needing it, but fingers crossed. Thank you.
No problem.
Right.
You're all right about this, Bruce? You cool?
Yeah. As long as we got a solid game plan, I'm good to go.
Okay.
Best plans, no plans. Stay flexible. Get in there. Get out.
Sure.
So you want me to stay in the car, Chase?
Oh, I've got a very expensive kind of wine
Oh yeah.
that's been injected with something special.
Oh right. So you're taking it with you in a bottle, or you are?
Yes, I'm taking it with them in a bottle.
So out of game, just to clarify for the dungeon master, what the fuck you're talking about?
I put some of my blood in a bottle of alcohol.
Okay.
You ghouling him.
Yes.
Ah,
Okay. Very good.
All right.
that's smart. That's fucking smart as hell.
Bottles in your hand.
Yeah.
All right. And you get out of the car.
We walk up to the front doors.
All right. There's a bunch of hooligans sitting around smoking dope on the front of the stairs, wearing fucking crazy hats and fluffy jackets and t-shirts and shit and oversized clothes. And they look up at you as you approach.
Evening, guys. Is SexMoney in?
You looking for sex money?
Yeah, I used to run here when I was younger.
You don't look like you belong here, boy.
I now hang out at the library. I just remember Caleb Sterling.
They laugh again. Caleb Sterling. Let's see if they remember. If anyone knows Caleb Sterling, how big a reputation does Caleb Sterling have?
I think he was well liked as a gopher. Just a runner. Somebody when he was smaller, he was a small kid, so he could get into places and get out.
Okay. We never heard of you, Caleb Sterling. And one of them goes, actually, I heard of you, Caleb. I heard of you. I know your mama. Your mama
Sure.
she used to sit with us back in the day.
I assure you, you don't know my mama. I don't know my mama.
Well, I must be mistaken then. Why don't you all fuck off?
Not now. I need to see SexMoney.
You want to see sex money? You're gonna have to pay the toll.
I'm going to use ore.
Okay.
Presence ore.
Make a check.
Yeah. Add the presence rating to any skill revolving around persuasion or performance, as well as to other charisma related rolls.
Okay, so make it a charisma and persuasion check if you like.
Okay,
Nigel, what kind of body language is your character giving off?
He's sort of got like his the classic, armed cross, staying staunch, just leaning back on the side, just ready to use some intimidation powers if required. So,
okay, very good. How did you go, Michael?
Let's see. 2 successes.
2 successes. Well, you're gonna pay the price or what? And
Nah,
he opens up.
let me in.
Just come on, you ain't got nothing for us.
What's the price?
Price is 2 G's.
2 G's?
Yeah.
For an audience with SexMoney.
You ain't got nothing? Piss off. We ain't got time for you. He's on his cell phone right now, typing a message.
You calling SexMoney?
No.
I can give you a lot more than 2 G's.
What do you got?
I'm starting a business.
Everybody around here starting a business. My old man started a business just yesterday, washing cars. Tell me about your business.
My business is drugs.
Ooh, they all kind of leer at you like, wow. You hear that? Whitebread here's got a drug business, and he wants to meet up with SexMoney. Ain't that some confidential shit?
So, are we going to get to meet him? Or are you going to really irritate him when he finds out that his biggest money opportunity ever was kept waiting?
So you can afford to pay the toll.
I can afford it.
Well, SexMoney told me that I stay here and that nobody in that I don't know unless they pay the toll.
All right, I'll pay the toll.
All right. So you need the cash. So you're gonna have to call Vincenzi because he's got the cash in the bag in the car.
Vincenzi! He's got a headset on, no doubt.
All right. He comes over to you with a bag. Yeah, I didn't expect to see you so quickly, Chase. You need this right now.
Tell my man what you want.
What's this all about?
Tell my man what you
Peter
want.
Tar. We need 2 G's, motherfucker. 2 G's. Jesus fucking Christ. That's 2 G's, all right. Fine. Here we go. He takes out the bag and clips it open and counts out 2K notes, hands it to you, Chase. There you go. Clips it back. Yep.
There it is.
Or I'm going to go back to the car.
Yep. There it is.
Takes the money out of your hand. He goes, 10th floor on the left, room 106.
Thank you, gentlemen. Much
Thank you.
appreciated.
Okay. You go inside and you get to the lobby of this building. And it's pretty trashy. There's like people sleeping on the floor and there's shit lying around. It's not very clean. It doesn't look like a cleaner has been here for weeks. You get to the elevator. It's busted. It's got yellow tape on it.
Walk up the stairs.
Yeah, stairs it is.
Stairs
Cardio's
it
good
is.
for you.
Yep.
As you're going up the stairs, you can smell weed drifting down and cigarette smoke and things like this. You can hear chatter, some laughing from up there, and you eventually get to a floor where there's a bunch of kids just sitting on this landing between the floors, smoking and shit. And as you get to them, they see you coming and they scramble up to the next floor and disappear in through the door. Okay. You can make perception checks.
Okie dokie.
Awareness.
What's awareness?
Wits and awareness.
Yes.
Okay, and then
Ooh.
6.
One success.
Barry also 1 success.
so I got a crit on that, I think.
You got a crit. You got a 10. Nice. You had 1.
Yeah.
Dice. That's pretty fucking great. Okay. Well, what you notice, Bruce, is every floor has active security cameras.
Okay. I just try to tap. Tap the shoulder of the other guy and say, "Watch out for the security cameras there." Yeah. Are they in the same as they go down like the steps? Are they basically in the same place, or are they like shift around?
Yeah, they're pretty much in the same place on every floor.
Okay, yeah. I just like point it out, and I just like subtly, not while I make sure like I'm out of the range of it. But yeah, I just let them know.
Okay, no worries. Okay, and you get to the 11th floor. I said 11th floor, didn't I?
10th floor,
10th
room
floor.
101.
Okay. Well, it would be 1001, wouldn't it? Because it'd be 10.
Yeah, that's it. 1001.
Right. Okay, so you get to that level, and standing out the front of that level, there is a fella with his hat on backwards and a big-ass jacket with LA Lakers written on it. And he looks at you as you come up the stairs. He's actually sitting on the stairs, rolling what appears to be a joint. And next to him is a bag, like a duffel bag. It's kind of half open, and he sees you coming. You can make perception, wits, and
What's awareness?
Some awareness checks again.
Righty-ho.
Very easy for Bruce to make because he's only got 1 dice.
2 successes.
2 successes. Very well. Same for you, Barry.
And that's a critical success. One of them is because the dice is green.
Yes.
Sorry, guys. I'm just going to have to time out for a second because I just need to find a charger.
No, you're good, man.
Yeah, sorry. It took me to. I'll just be a second.
What you and Barry notice, and Bruce doesn't notice, is that this guy looks like he is fucked up, like his eyes are bloodshot, and in fact, yeah, basically that. You get the impression that he's on something harder than just weed. Yeah.
Alrighty.
Maybe PCP.
Can we see if he's aware of us, or is he just lost in his whatever he's on?
No, he looks up at you immediately, like he's on enhancing, drugs, basically, like speed meth type of deal.
I got you. So naturally, he's Aggressive.
He's aggressive, and he's fast, and he's aware. Sharp.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Immediately looks up at you guys as you start coming around the corner to the next set of stairs going up to where he is, which is the right floor where you want to go. And he looks down at you guys and he goes, "Freeze, motherfuckers."
All right, we're freezing.
You want to see sex money?
Yes, sir.
Take off your clothes.
Not happening.
He's
Got weapons, wearing weapons, just like you, motherfucker.
to his duffel bag and withdraws a huge fucking desert eagle. Take off your motherfucking clothes now.
I come here to do business.
You got 10 seconds.
You telling me you can't stop me from killing sex
9
money?
seconds. 8.
I'm going to
Either that or you put every motherfucking weapon you got right down on the floor right here now in front of me.
That is more gentlemanly.
Either that or I'm gonna pop a cap in your ass right now.
That's quite reasonable. Takes out his Glock and puts it on the ground.
Yeah.
See, we can be friends.
Yeah.
I don't know we ever gonna be friends, motherfucker, but I ain't gonna shoot you. And that's good. I don't want to kill nobody today.
And I don't want to kill you today. That makes us equal.
He steps back to the door.
I look at his aura.
Okay, you check his aura. He's a ghoul.
Oh shit.
Fuck.
Okay, fuck. Good job, Barry. God.
Mm.
Didn't see this coming.
But you don't know that yet. Only Barry knows that.
Yeah, only Barry knows that.
You do not
Okay.
share the collective hive mind consciousness of the
No, that's Michael being surprised. Alrighty.
So,
Oops. Yep. He's gonna be back in a second. Just hold the line until we get Nigel back in. Okay, I ain't gonna shoot none of you motherfuckers this day. He steps out of the way and he opens the door. This door's got a big ass lock on it, unlike every other door in the building that you've seen. Boom! Pulls it open, swings it wide. You want to go down the hallway on the left, room 1001. You got that?
Thank you.
1001.
Wait a minute. Stop right there.
What?
You, white boy. He's pointing at you, Michael.
Yeah.
Ain't your name Sterling?
It is.
I remember you when you was a kid around here.
Yeah, good times.
I seen your face. I remember that. And he notes some specific dark mole or something that you have. You can tell us what it is if you like.
He's like his hook nose.
Okay.
Like he's got that Adam Driver nose.
All right. Did it ever get broken at any point?
Definitely.
Definitely. Right. Fair enough. Okay, he goes, good luck then.
All right, well, thank you, my man.
Okay, so you step past and you go down the hall.
Yeah.
And as you go down the hall, you can hear like people fucking in this room, and you can hear loud music coming from that room. You can smell chemicals coming out of this other room. Suddenly this door opens and this chick gets thrown out into the hallway right in front of you. She's half dressed and the door gets slammed in her face and she starts screaming, banging on the door. She's like, "You let me in, you motherfucker! You let me in the fuck right now!" And she starts screaming, bashing on the door, and the door opens again. This guy pops his head out, looks down the hall, pulls her back inside, slams the door. That's room 108. You go past there and you get to room 101 at the end of the hallway.
Caleb knocks.
In the distance, you can still hear dum, 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 dum music pumping from down the hall. You knock on the door. In fact, you realize the music coming from behind this door. You knock, and some time passes.
All right. Jiggles the handle.
It's locked. You can tell it's very locked.
Okay, so not just Kindred rip door open locked.
Yeah, maybe, you don't know. It feels solid, you know, like it doesn't jiggle. It feels solid when you touch the door, and the handle doesn't really move.
Hmm.
What are you doing, Bruce? You're at the
Oh
back.
yeah, I'm back. I'm just sorry. Could you? I just what did we do like previous to that? I was just finding my charger, but
No worries.
so I'm up to the door. It's
Okay,
locked.
so what happened was you went up the stairs. You hit
Yep.
there was this dude sitting at the top of the stairs who was fucked up on PCP, and he basically stopped everyone and told you to take your weapons out. At first, he was like, "Get undressed," and you guys managed to talk him out of that, to the point where he was like, he was okay with you just taking out your weapons and laying them out on the floor in front of you, and then he let you through.
Cool.
He stopped Caleb briefly and said that he recognized Caleb from his childhood. You went down the hallway. Some funny shit happened in the hallway, weird stuff, until you got to the door. Now you're standing outside the door of the actual place. This is where SexMoney is supposed to be located.
Okay.
And you're standing outside the door of that, and it's locked.
From a base level, can we hear if that anything on the other side?
You want to use heightened senses? Do you have heightened senses as an Auspex power?
Oh no, I don't mean like as in like a regular like just from like at like a base level, from like a human level. Can I hear anything? Or
right.
without
You can
using
hear
power?
music, loud music coming from the other side. Maybe some voices, yeah. Maybe even a television. You can make out the sounds of a PS5. There's like somebody is in there playing video games.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see. Okay, I'm just gonna have
on really big speakers with a, you know.
Okay. One, I should rip this door open.
All right.
Just wait and be calm.
So you've knocked once, right? At this point, you've kind of gone on dunk dunk dunk, and nothing's happened.
I'm gonna knock harder. Just
Okay. All right. You make a performance check for me.
okay.
Strength and performance. This is a weird ass roll.
Hey, you know what? But that's the good of the system.
I know, right? It's great. It's so flexible. Two successes with a crit.
Yeah, that's
Nice.
good.
Okay. About 5 seconds after that, the music stops and you hear the game pause. You hear a bunch of locks start sliding. You hear some kind of whispery talking in the background, and then the door swings open. And there's like 3 dudes pointing hand cannons at you. And one dude standing behind those 3 dudes, wearing a long bathrobe, a multicolored furry bathrobe, with dreadlocks, with a gun in one hand and a spliff in the other. And he looks up at you guys and he's like, "What the motherfucking hell do you want with SexMoney?"
Business.
Get inside.
We do.
All right. Everybody comes in?
Yeah.
All right. And the door closes behind you and they lock it. One of them locks it. These guys have got their guns out. They're pointing them at the floor now.
Okay.
And SexMoney is, by the way, is holding a gold-plated Desert Eagle. There's a lot of
and he's the gentleman in the bathrobe.
Yeah.
Okay. Mr. SexMoney, I presume.
You got it.
Don't know if you remember me, sir. My name's Caleb Sterling. I used to hang around here when I was a kid.
Caleb Sterling.
A little bit of a gopher, runner, gunning in and out of places.
I might remember you. What does that matter? What do you want?
Just introducing myself. I'm here with Mr. Chase Hamilton. Just had a bit of a business offer, sir. He gestures at Chase.
Okay. SexMoney looks over at you, Chase.
Mr. Money.
You call me SexMoney.
SexMoney.
That's my name.
Fine. Right.
You're gonna start talking, and you're gonna spend all day.
You kindred or kind? Save me looking.
Say you looking. You know what I am.
Yeah, I suspected, but I wanted to be sure. All right.
Why you're here? You here from the prince or something?
Ah, none of that shit. This is my little party.
Oh.
And I want to play this party with you and see if you like it.
Well, why
All
don't
right.
you sit down, gentlemen? We got a couple of chairs, some sofas. Would you boys want some coffee or something stronger than that?
Coffee is good, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll take one as well.
He's like, Joseph, you want to put on the coffee for these white bread, and we'll get this shit done.
All right. I have a new kind of drug on the market.
Oh yeah? Is that like some RoboCop 2 shit?
Yeah. And I should let you know that because I fought the Sabbat a little while ago, Prince Modius gave me this land.
Prince Modius gave you this land. He just gave it to you. He never thought for 5 seconds that maybe there was somebody living here and maybe we wanted to stay here. So he just gave it away, just like that. You know, that's exactly what happened in Israel. You know that? It's exactly
I know all that shit.
And,
Yes.
World War II, British Empire comes along, they say to themselves, you know, we're just going to give these people this land. You know,
And
the fuck? Go on, tell me more.
To make a long story short, I have a heart for Gary, and I believe it's still got possibilities. And with my finances in the drug industry, and perhaps with your distribution of those drugs, we could make Gary a better place together.
You want to make Gary a better place? Well, damn, Negro, why didn't you just say that from the outset?
I did say that from the outset, in fact.
I'm kidding, motherfucker. I don't give a damn about Gary.
Okay.
I give a damn about money and power. So, where's the goods? What you got? Drop me something. Give me a lead.
I've got a sample. I want your opinion on it.
And what is it?
Here's the sample. He takes out the sample.
The bottle?
No, the sample of drugs. He's taking a sample of drugs with him.
Did not talk about that. I know you had a bottle.
Oh, yeah, but I don't get him to drink that because it's got my blood in it.
Right. But I didn't know that you had a sample. What is the sample then?
It's a sample of the drugs that Shannon and I made. Well, Shannon made.
Right. Okay, so basically it's meth.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's I'm gonna make a check to see how good this meth is. Let's see how blue it is. If you get my my Breaking Bad reference.
I did.
Yes.
Maybe it's got a bit of chase blood in it.
Bit of chase blood in it. I don't think so, because that would be bad for business.
No.
3 successes. So it's pretty good. It's not the best in the world, but it's pretty good. Pretty good for considering. Okay, so you bring out this bag and you hand it over to, and one of the boys steps out and takes it off you. Joseph, in fact. He's like, so you want my boy here to try it out?
Yeah.
Okay. And so they light it up and they try it out. Joseph looks over at you guys, breathes out this long cloud of smoke into the room, filling up the atmosphere with soft light. And after a minute, he sort of goes, "Yes, all right. I could have had better than that. Pretty sure Mama Baker had me pretty good stuff better than that back in the 70s, but I don't remember. Anyhow, I give that a 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10.
With better equipment, I could make it better.
It's like, you're selling the same shit everybody else is selling. Why you think I want to pay attention to this shit? I got my own supplies. We make that shit here.
Every time.
So
I have resources that you could use as well.
like what?
I have helicopters you don't have.
That's an assumption.
In fact, well, is my assumption wrong or right?
What am I going to use a helicopter for, Mr. What'd you call yourself again?
You've got another gang here.
Yeah.
A gang that's causing you trouble.
Okay, he stands up and he goes over to the curtains and pulls the curtains open. You look out across the park and there's like a canal running down between here and the next building and the parking lot on the other side. You see that building over there?
Yeah.
12. You want to demolish that motherfucking building, and then I'll talk to you. You take out every one of them fucking cockroaches, then I'll talk to you. You do that. You're gonna do that with your helicopter, Mr. Hamilton?
Vincenti?
Yeah. Copy that.
Send the helicopters to this coordinates.
Oh, motherfucking hell of God. What the hell's going on?
And tell them to knock out the building.
Fucking Chase, you gonna do this? You sure?
He looks over at any money and he says, are you sure? You'll have a prince on your ass and everything on your ass. I can do it. Up to you, brother. Come to think of it, I could have him knock this building down.
Yeah, but you in this building right now.
I know, but I'm a Malkavian. And you're playing with a Malkavian. And I don't think like you.
Okay, so we'll make a intimidation check.
Yeah.
Hey, how's Bruce feeling?
With a willpower.
With a willpower point. Okay, so 2 successes. He looks at you and like, for a moment he stares and like you see this look go across his face, like this guy's fucking out of his mind.
I remember Nam. I remember how that was.
Okay, look, motherfucker, I don't want to get too crazy here. What is it that you're looking for? What do you want?
I'm looking for you to distribute my stuff. Make money from it.
So you telling me that if I don't do what you tell me, you're going to knock this place down?
In a word, didn't want to use that, but absolutely.
Caleb loudly sips his coffee, leaning back and smiles.
And what's Bruce doing?
Bruce is like, Bruce has seen some shit. He's like,
he's worked with Chase before, so he's kind of used to this.
Yeah, he's like, he would, but he's like, well, this is pretty crazy. But on the other hand, he's like, yeah, he would pull this shit. I mean, yeah. So he's keeping his composure. He's just keeping his arms crossed and just looking around. But inside,
But you see, I want to do this as friends, not enemies. I want to make us both rich.
Yeah.
Forever and ever, amen. Did they pull him off? So make up your mind.
Swings past the window, halfway between here and the next building, which is pretty fucking close for a helicopter. Disrupting, all the trees, all the grass, all the fucking dust in the air. Okay, leaves.
So I know for a fact that you don't play, but neither do I play. So can we be brothers?
Okay, so what's the deal here? You want us to distribute your shit, and you want some kind of cut out of that, I'm assuming?
You're assuming, right.
What's the cut gonna be?
And he does a reasonable cut. He's not in it so much for the money.
Fuck off. Tell him to roleplay this. I don't wanna
Oh,
know. He does
I don't know what a drug lord's cut would be.
100%.
All right.
40, 60. Give it 40 for him, 60 for you.
40, 60.
40, 60. Let's make a persuasion check for you. 1 success. How about what about more like 50-50? How about that?
I have a partner.
You got a partner, all right? That's me.
The person that makes it. We need the person that makes it. And he can make it better.
45. What does that leave?
55.
55. 45, 55. How does that sound to you?
He rings up, you know, who makes it, Shannon,
Right.
and asks him what he thinks.
Well, if I recall, Shannon's pretty easy-go-lucky.
Yeah.
He agrees to that.
Yep. We're in agreement.
Very good. Well, why don't you leave yourself your sample here? When are you going to make off your next drop?
When does Shannon think that can be made? Because he would have asked him. Because he would have known that would have been the next question.
A week.
A week.
So I'm going to see you fellas back here in 1 week's time. Is that right?
Yes, it'll be coming to you in an ambulance helicopter.
Wait a minute. That is some conspicuous motherfucking shit. You can't land a helicopter here.
Why not if there's an emergency?
How about you just bring it in a car or something?
Really? Okay. All right. If that's what you want, that's what you get. Okay.
How about my people talk to your people? This is Joseph. Joseph, why don't you get these gentlemen's numbers off them?
Yeah.
It's,
You can talk to my person. Jules is her name.
Joseph,
This is her number.
big fat guy wearing a football shirt and a cap on backwards and sunglasses, bling hanging around his neck, and some sort of pistol in the back.
Now, what do you suggest we do about our neighbors over there?
Well, you told me you're going to take them out. You still going to do that?
Are they causing you that much trouble?
We have a blood war on our hands.
Are they kindred is what I want to know.
Oh, you want to know if they're kindred?
Yeah.
There's a couple of them as kindred, yeah.
Who are they attached to? Not the Prince of Gary, I hope.
I can't tell who they attach to. I'm keeping on the lowdown. We're anarchs in this place. Nobody give a damn about us. Nobody gonna protect us. We have to protect ourselves.
I'll check all that out. I'll find out what they are. All right, leave it with me.
Good,
That's
good. Finally, we got some help around here. You hear that, boys? We're getting some help from up on high. And they're like, yeah. Okay. It's good dealing business with you.
It's good doing business with you too.
All right.
Gentlemen, I think we can go.
All right.
Coffee mug down.
I
Fine
apologize,
coffee, thank you.
Nigel, I feel like I'm leaving you in a situation where you don't have much to do here. Are you okay?
No, I mean it's all good. I'm just the muscle. I mean, what do you call it? Bruce is according to stats sheets, he's good at two things, and that's breaking things and making people think that they will break them. So at this stage, there's not much he can do.
Right. Fair enough. All right. So, you leave, I assume.
Yeah.
Yes.
You finish your coffee first, or what happens with the coffee? What do you do with the coffee when you leave? Is it
Caleb just leaves the mug on the floor.
on the floor? Okay.
Like a sim.
Yeah. Well, like I just assumed that he pulled out like some camping chairs and like put a little medicine in those. So I was like, all right, well, here you go.
All right. And as you guys are leaving, you hear the PlayStation boot up. over the sound system, and you head off down the stairs, down the stairs, down the stairs, down the stairs, and you end up getting back to your car.
And when he's in the car, Chase is like,
See, I told you nothing would go wrong.
"Whew. I didn't
You got
think
some-
that would work."
You got some balls
really
of steel, I'll tell you what.
Oh, I think I need to go to the bathroom.
You should have gone on the stairs. I'm sure this place has seen worse.
All right. All right, that's one down.
And that guy on the stairs, I was about to take his hand off.
Yeah. Well, how much? Can we go and see the other dude?
Well, as
Yes.
it happens, you have an appointment with the prince. Out of game. I just want to rejig our timeline slightly, just for my own gratification, mostly. And that is to say that your appointment with Daddy Dooley, we can put it off to next session.
Yeah.
I would rather have a scene with the prince where you guys get to meet the prince.
Cool.
Okay.
That's if you guys are all good with that.
Yeah,
We'll
man.
get to the prince. Get that over with.
Okay. So Vincenzi drives you through the city, back through to Chicago, down to the Loop. And you park in the basement car park underneath the Sears Tower. Because at this point, Elysium has closed. So it's past 3 a.m. So it's about 3:25 at this point. And so instead of the Art Institute, you've been instructed to meet at the Sears Tower. And going in there, you notice in the basement car park, there's a lot of vehicles that have the name SecureCorp marked on them. And as you go up into the lobby, in fact, you don't go to the lobby because you're going through the secure underground entrance, you can see that there's 3 floors listed on the full 110 floors of the Sears Tower. There's 3 floors here dedicated to SecureCorp. Out of game, some of you might know that SecureCorp is basically Logan's army. They are his security organization. They do all his paramilitary shit, etc. So you get in the lift and you go up, and the lift's, there's elevator music playing. And finally, bing, the doors open on the 110th floor. You're in a corridor, and there is like a airport security checkpoint right outside that corridor with security guards from SecureCorp standing around. They scan you. They do the whole business. You put all your weapons in plastic boxes, and they go through the fucking scanners and so on. And you step out, and you end up in a lobby. It's like a bar. There's a barman, a couple of leather couches, more pukey corporate art. After a few more minutes of hanging around there, but bear in mind, at any time you want to interject with questions or thoughts or actions, please do. Eventually, somebody, a secretary with her hair tied up in a very tight bun, wound up, blonde streaks, sharp cornered jacket. She says, Prince Loden will see you now.
Great.
Thank you.
And she takes you through to this office, and you go in. This fine-looking gentleman stands up, very structured face. He looks a bit like, do you remember Rutger Hauer?
Uno momento.
Yeah.
You've seen Lady Hawk. You've seen Blade Runner.
Yeah,
Bad
I
guy,
remember.
blonde, that guy. And he's wearing a beautiful button-down suit. But the one thing that is a bit weird is that he does have like a mullet. He's got a blonde hair, short on the top, long at the back, like a mullet. He wears it well, but it is a mullet.
It is still a mullet.
There's no escaping that it is a mullet. And behind him is this big ass LCD screen playing images of dolphins swimming in blue waters. It's very tranquil. He stands up. Good evening. Welcome to the Sears Tower. Do come in. I'm Loden Olaf Holt, Prince of Chicago. beckons you in. The
Enter.
guards usher you through. They close the doors, wooden oak doors behind you. Dum, dum. So you've come to introduce yourself. He looks over at you, Nigel. Rather, Bruce.
Hello. Pleasure to meet you.
You have a most interesting accent. Where are you from?
I'm from Sydney, Australia. Recently, recently 20 years ago, I came over here to. I forgot my accent. It's like anyway.
Australian, eh?
Yeah, mate. Or I came
There
over
it is
here
again.
I came over here from. I'm trying to refine it. I came over here from Sydney a few while ago, and just learning a lot here in your wonderful city.
I see. So you are from what they refer to here as down under.
Yeah. Well, technically, I've been here for 26 years, and I got signed when I was 19. So more of an American citizen more than anything else. But yeah, basically.
I see. So you'll consider yourself to be an American. That is interesting. And
Yeah, sort of.
well,
Tell the immigration act. Tell the if the immigration authority tells you, then asks you that, then yes, that is the case.
the immigration authority. Very interesting. I suppose you have a green card then.
Sure.
Fear not, my new friend. The nation of the Camarilla extends beyond all boundaries of human and mortal affairs. You are quite safe here in Chicago. Quite safe.
Yes, and I'm grateful for your hospitality.
Yes, yes, of course. And it has been so long since I have seen you, Caleb.
Yes, sir. It has been quite a while since I bathed in your radiance.
Please, don't try that sort of flattery on me. I do not enjoy it. I find it to be superficial and insulting. But we've only met once before. How could you know? You are new to our kind, and surely you realize now that you've made a mistake.
Yes, sir.
Your friends learn fast, Mr. Hamilton. They learn fast.
Yes, I like to surround myself with people that learn fast.
That's good. I understand that you had a visit from one of my child this evening.
Oh yes, Mr. Capone.
I hope he wasn't heavy-handed with you. He does have a tendency to.
Oh no, surely not, no. He just wanted to know what I was up to, and I told him what I was up to.
I see.
Continuing to keep an eye out for Sabat.
I see. And have you found any?
No, but I'm trying to, bit by bit, I'm pretty sure that most of our Sabat problem comes from Gary.
Well then, it's not truly our problem. It would be Prince Modius's problem.
No, but if you'll forgive me, my prince, he's not you.
Most certainly he's not.
And I think for our sakes, I should keep an eye on those areas. I don't want anything coming from Gary that might hurt us here.
You must be very careful, Mr. Hamilton. You are standing on a very interesting and fine line. The jurisdiction between Chicago and the city of Gary is something that has been contested on and off over the last 200 years.
May I ask you something confidentially?
He looks at you for a moment. Very well.
Not being offensive, but the Prince and Gary is nowhere near your capability, my Prince.
Of that I am aware, Mr. Hamilton, of course. But you see, the Camarilla, the great organization that keeps us all safe, the Masquerade, powers that be from Vienna have declared that the Prince of Gary shall control Gary, and I retain my jurisdiction here in Chicago. There is a clear line drawn,
Ah,
and you should do well to pay heed to it, because when the time comes, you will want to make sure that you are on the right side of that state borderline between Indiana and Illinois.
I'd like to be on the line that benefits you, my prince. Because I've noticed that being with you can benefit, and I put it bluntly, me.
I'm very impressed, Jace. You have great aptitude for getting what you want. I'm impressed you have the chutzpah to come here and request such things of me. Not many kindred in the city would step into my office and ask to have their domain extended into the city of Gary beyond the boundaries of the Camaria's jurisdiction. But for you, Jace, I will consider that perhaps, if it is never spoken of outside of this room, then you,
Of course, and I'm sure my friends are capable of being quite deaf, my prince.
then you may be my man in Gary. But there is a price for this. Do you understand?
Oh. If it pleases you, then can I hear the price?
For a long time now, Chase, you have been enforcer in the city of Chicago. You've worked your way to this opportunity. You have done many great tasks. You've defeated enemies, slain Sabat, brought justice to the enemies of the Camarilla. This you have done. You have been an enforcer for all of these years. But if you leave my domain, I can no longer retain that title for you.
Does it really mean I have to sacrifice that? But will it serve you? Will it do you any good?
Well, if you can supply us with useful information on the whereabouts of Anarchs, Sabat, and even Modius himself, information is king in our world of darkness.
I have learned that from you, my prince.
And he looks at you other two. And you are prepared to work with Mr. Hamilton in these regards? I assume that's why you're here.
Certainly. Boundaries never suited me very well. Quite happy being fluid.
You would be in a kind of limbo, a sort of what's the word I'm looking for? Out of game. Liminal. A kind of liminal place.
I think I'll find it more comfortable that way, sir.
I see. Well, whatever makes you comfortable, that's what we seek to obtain. Very well. We shall give this a try, Mr. Hamilton. How about that? I will give you 3 months to find something useful, dig up something useful, find some reason for me to extend this mission, if we can call it that. Do you think that is reasonable?
Yes, I will find out what I can.
Very well. It's been very enlightening. Do you have anything that you can give me now?
No, but I must tell you that Mr. Capone has probably already told you. He will rig up Securicorp with my place so that you will have a better knowledge of things that go on.
I see. Well, I shall look into that.
Okay. Thank you, my prince.
Will that be all?
That will be all.
Thank you, sir.
All right, and so you guys retire, and head out of there.
Hamilton, what game are you playing?
Where do you say this?
Once we get back in the car.
In the car. Okay, so it's like 10 minutes later. Okay.
Yeah, I've been very fidgety and quiet. I don't like this double dealing stuff.
Barry.
You muted Barry.
He points to stuff and he writes down, "This hasn't been. The car hasn't been swept yet. Don't say anything."
Gotcha.
Okay.
You get all the way back to the base then.
Yeah, and we sweep it.
And talk a bunch of nonsense all the way. And if you don't, Vincenzo.
Yeah, a whole bunch. We talk about old times and fill you in on what what it was like. And
yeah, Wrigley Field, just over there, Wrigley Field. Yeah, I mean, I remember my dad played in Wrigley Field back when I was a kid. Shit like that.
Alrighty.
At the base.
Spy shit.
Okay, we had the car checked.
Jesse goes, right. Jimmy's checked the place so far. We haven't finished doing the whole place yet, but we got 3 clean rooms you can use right now.
Okay, let's go.
So you can use this one, room number 1.
Hamilton, what's your game?
It's no game, my friend, and I should let you 2 in on it so you can make decisions. All right. As you know, every so often, Archon Maya comes here, as you know, my friend. I work for him.
Yeah.
Now, we found out a few things. Pretty much that the prince is either, and we're not sure about this is why it's taken so long, either that the prince is being controlled by somebody, or that he's being controlled by the Sabbat, or maybe a vampire of some kind.
Loden or Modius?
Loden.
Oh.
I don't know about Modius yet.
All right.
He just seems to be a guy who's down on his luck, who lost everything, and it kind of went to his head a bit. I think he's more Malkavian sometimes than I am, unless he's being really cunning and just pretending. So when Archon Maya is not here, he's asked me to keep an eye on the situation with the prince. So in order to do that, I've had to play this game of helping the prince.
Right.
All right. He's a very cunning man, and it's very dangerous, and I'm asking you to, if you want to help me. If you don't, get out now while the going's good. Go back to Australia, and I'll give you some money to put you straight. And same for you.
Daddy always said there's the only difference between a man, a slave, and a dog is knowing when to bite the hand that feeds. And Daddy never gave a shit about establishment. I'm quite happy to work between.
Yeah, so am I. What about you, bro?
I'm happy to see this through to the end. Yeah, I like the way you work.
Yeah, sometimes, guys, to be honest, it's fucking hard.
I can imagine.
It's fucking hard, dude. Because he's a clever man. Now I've got to figure out how he can get the feed of this building and still not muck up what we're doing.
Well, he's got to show him what he wants to see, really.
Yeah. I better introduce you to another person. His name is Juggler. And I'll introduce you to the Prince of Gary as well. And
You know everybody, huh?
I know a lot of people. And boy, I need all the help I can get because the girl I used to depend on, well, she's basically in charge of looking after the gangrel. Well, the Archon's away doing business. And she is a wonder. You'll love her. Her name is Belle. You'll love her. And of course, you know Pete, don't you?
Yeah, I was hanging with Pete not too long ago.
Yeah. Well, who knows?
Interesting fella.
Yeah, he's pretty good, is old Pete. He's pretty good.
Too humble for his own damn good.
Yeah, really? Okay.
I reckon.
Okay, I haven't really sat down with Pete for too long, so you know. But I think
should have bunked with him.
He'd be good to have on the team too. Okay, all right. That's what's going on.
All right, so less diabolical than I had in mind. I thought you were cutting out a nice piece of the country for yourself.
Oh, I am.
Oh well.
Well, I'll tell you, but you'll laugh at me like everybody else does.
Hey, I've read enough books on history to see when artificial lines are getting drawn. So go right ahead.
My big target?
Yeah.
Is I'm gonna take Gary over.
You're gonna take out Modius.
No.
Oh, so that's one step too crazy.
Yeah, that's one step just a little bit too crazy for even me. Now, all I want to do is make the place a better place.
Right.
Then maybe Modius can get himself back and start running the place again.
And once everything's Copus Menace in 50 years, you'll just pack up and return to your lovely little warehouse.
Oh, yes, it'll always be my home. I had 2 warehouses. They all got attacked by the Sabat. But, so that's why this one is so built up.
I can see that.
All right. Well, I better show you your room. Your room is this way. And drug production is... I'll show you where that is. Yeah, we go this way, and this way, and this way, and these secure doors will show you where drug production is. Okay, and you can, if you like, I'd like you to meet Jules at some stage, guys.
You did meet her briefly.
Yeah.
I'd like you to meet Jules at one stage, and you can get to know her, and she can get to know you. But she's pretty serious. She is pretty serious. She takes her job seriously. That's why I started with nothing, and now I've got this.
She kindred her kind.
She's a retainer.
I gotcha.
Yeah, one day I'll choose a childer, and I think she might be it. And of course there's Jimmy. He's my first retainer. He's my first retainer and my friend. He does the electronics, the helicopters, you name it, he does it. So if you need anything like that, talk to Jimmy.
All right. Well, it is 10:15, ladies and gentlemen, which is our customary approximate time of wrapping up.
Huzzah! Thank you for an intrigue game, Russell.
No worries.
Yeah, great.
I hope you had some fun. Nigel, thank you for joining us.
Yeah, no, you're a good DM. Yeah, I appreciate you. I mean, I didn't do much, but I appreciate you leading in and asking me. Keeping me involved. But yeah, it was really good. Yeah, you too, Barry. Yeah.
Cool. Well, thank you, guys.
What about me?
Oh,
Oh, and you too, of course.
Yeah, nice.
Of course.
that guy, the guy with the voice.
The voice.
That guy. Cool. All right. Well, you're welcome back. Basically, to be perfectly transparent, this is a paid game normally.
Sure.
Typically, but until I have paid slots, people want to pay me money to be in this game, then you guys are welcome to play. Fill up the slots.
Huzzah!
So, yeah, Charlie is usually our other main player. She has a couple of characters in this scenario, and we're leading through to V5, as you can tell, and she knows a lot about it too, so she's been really useful in that regard.
Cool.
Yeah, so that's the short and the long of it. So yeah, welcome to keep playing. We typically play Monday nights, roundabouts this time, 7 till 10.
Okay, interesting. Yeah.
Nige, when you move to Melbourne, what time would that be for you?
We're 2 hours behind generally, so that would be about like 5-ish ballpark.
Would that work for you? You wouldn't be at work or something during that time?
Oh, dude, my job is the most laissez-faire thing on the planet. Like there are days where I just wiggle a fucking mouse.
That sounds like a great job.
But
but
I can work around it. Yeah, no, it should be all right. Yeah, I'll keep going. Yeah.
Okay, well, cool. And also, of course, bear in mind that you can change characters. As you learn more about the city, you may decide to make a character that's more or less integral or interrelated with the NPCs or embedded in the NPCs in the scenario.
Sure. That works.
This is a good character for you to just get your feet wet and see what's going on here before you decide whether you've got another character that you'd like to pull out or whether you just want to keep developing this guy.
Nige, I'll chuck you the PDF for 5e so you can just familiarize yourself with the system.
And I don't have any objections if you want to have more than one character either. You'll find that Barry's got like a million different characters in different cities and different parts of the world, and even in Chicago, I think you've got like 3 or 4 characters here. That sometimes is useful. Personally, I prefer it when players have one character or maybe 2. Personally, that makes it easier for me, but I don't really object if you have 2 or 3 characters. I wouldn't want to go too much further than that. But yeah, what it does mean is that we can put together different groups and different teams for different situations, and you're like, okay, we've got to do this thing, so let's get that guy and this guy, and let's that kind of stuff.
Yeah, get specialists like an MMO raid or something. Yeah, interesting. Yeah. So hope you had fun, and it's been really nice to meet you. It's always great to meet players. Yeah, likewise. As I said, I had a good time. I've only played it like one other time before. But yeah, it was really engaging with us. Yeah, the world we built. You
played with what's his name? Tall gentleman, dark hair, also goth in Auckland. I forget his name. Very, very slim. Used to date a girl called Emily Perkins. Jay. You played with Jay, didn't you?
That doesn't ring a bell, to be honest. Was it Vampire particularly?
Yeah, you said you were going to play Vampire in where was it?
Was it the restaurant?
Oh yeah, I played a separate thing. That full game didn't end up happening. I played it with a guy called Ivan, but yeah.
So was this your first experience of Vampire or second?
It was technically my third, but yeah, I'm like familiar with it, like especially like I played a bit of back in the day. I played like Vampire Bloodlines, that old PC game, but that was an older version, but yeah, I played like the RPG, a little bit of it, so yeah, I know basically the world, and yeah,
that's
basically
cool.
used to it.
So you got an idea about the lore and stuff. That's the main thing. You've played other role-playing games, I assume, D&D and shit.
D&D mostly. Yeah, that's the thing with like D&D is mostly the only one I can find games for. But yeah.
Which is the big damn shame. It's the biggest and loudest.
Yeah.
Yeah. I played a little bit of Pathfinder as well. I made a bit of a glass cannon, but with that. But yeah, that was neat as well. Yeah, I'd like to play Shadowrun eventually, but yeah, it's finding a game. But
I found over the years Vampire has been the best role-playing game that I've come upon. Barry and I've been playing this game, even the city, for like 25 years.
Oh wow, yeah. I got that.
That's how long I've known Barry for, and that's why he knows so many people in Chicago, and He's got sort of sense of the city. So you do well to listen to him, to be honest with you. He does know what he's talking about most of the time. If you want insights into how to get around Russell's devious, DMing plans, he knows all my tells.
But sometimes I miss a trick with Russ. He just surprises me.
I know you punish us a lot more severely here than you do in D&D. So I've been like following Barry's lead a bit.
Right. That's true. Like in D&D, you're like if you sort of act a little bit, I don't know what's the word. It's disrespectfully, perhaps to an elder or a king or something. You'll often get away with it. In this game, no, you won't get away with shit in this game.
No.
But at the same time, you're hard to kill, so there's that.
Yeah. But it's
damn it! I can't believe Loden picked up that I was being a little shit. That was deliberately disrespectful. That's why I chose the word radiance, as in sunlight.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. He's like, you're talking to a 200-year-old vampire with like 5 dots in intelligence. He's.
Oh fuck! He knows.
Yeah. Which is why I have to play my character so close to the chest.
I think, yeah. I mean, that's the thing. As the DM too, it's freaking hard because most of your NPCs in this case, like when they're elders and what have you, it stretches my abilities to think on my feet, to be intelligent as the characters. I mean, I'm obviously don't have 5 dots in intelligence, so I'm not trying to keep up with that shit.
Yeah, me too.
It's all fun and games.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Got 2 dots in intelligence, so I can do that. That's about me.
Well, that actually pretty much explains that scenario.
Hell yeah.
I'm just gonna stop recording this actually.